Welcome to Dusk and Doom. I'm very excited for today.
No.
Um, okay, so after a long rest in the Tower of the Architects of Normbroom Solar, your characters wake up to the sounds of Avalon. Um, there's uh, uh, there's like uh, people getting up, different animals from around the town, cats, dogs, roosters, start to um, cry out. Um, there's also the sound of a whole army camp surrounding you, nearby patrols with their boots stomping on the pavement on the pavement stones. Um, Orders being shouted, the sound of the merchants out in the plaza setting up their stalls for the day, the forge uh, starting to uh, clang loudly as it will throughout the rest of the day, and uh, but those sounds are somewhat muted from the inside of the tower in the room where you've slept, which is the um, uh, big library room uh, with walls full of books surrounding you. Sound is muted in this place. Uh, what do your characters do as you wake up a to a room full of like architects and citizens that are getting ready for the day, getting dressed? Someone has brought 2 buckets of water from the well, and a like water is being shared to clean up before heading out. At least the miners who are getting ready to uh, go into the mine or like cleaning up on in their corner.
Is Vesper there?
Hmm?
Is Vesper there?
Make a uh, perception.
Where is the mines at?
Um, you
Oh,
don't.
okay.
Uh, if this is out, like, who do you ask? Is the
I would go. Where would we go talk to the miners?
Okay. You arrive to see like a um make an insight check for me.
11.
Cool. You you see a dwarf who's like checking her pickaxe. And when you arrive and uh, like greet her, there you realize that
Morning, friend.
no, this is actually a human with dwarfism, and you because of your low insight, I think you're going to stare a little bit too much. Um,
Ren squats down to speak to them at their, well, because of the inside check. It's like,
okay,
howdy, friend.
hi.
I see you're getting your pickaxe ready. Um, where are the mines at? I haven't seen any mines.
South
South, really? What are you on mine for?
crystals.
Like the magic crystals at the.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Who do you sell it? Or is you part of a company, union? Who do you sell these to?
Merchants.
Oh, okay. Uh, seem to be seem to be a little short with me here. What what's wrong?
Um,
Does not mean that in a dig.
yeah.
It's
I
like
think I think um you see that like she taps her pickaxe against her hand and says, uh, "Come and visit. See what happens." And then she's going to turn around and leave.
Well, thank you. Yeah, what kind people.
I got a 10 perception.
Cool. Vesper has already left for the day. You can tell by the fact that like okay, so there's like um, along the spiral staircase that goes down the whole tower. There's actually a sort of like rail system that her chair clasps onto, and the and like you can tell whether she's like out or upstairs based on where part of the contraption is on the railing between each floor. So she is out.
I see the hat.
Which one?
The comprehend. Yeah. have y'all seen the normie?
You guys go to like give the comprehend languages helm to Melora, and you just see her like sitting back against like one of the bookshelves, just inhaling book smell, just like this is my happy place. This is my happy place. Why do I have to leave again? Oh.
You seem to be pretty absorbed in those books there, Laura. They have knowledge.
Yeah, just like osmosis, just soaking it in.
Osmosis, yeah.
What are the books about?
Roll Arcana.
12.
Okay. Melora is in the architecture section. The nearby books talk about the great railway systems developed by the architects of Norbrum Solar before the cataclysm. Underground train systems that were used to travel like all throughout the realms that have mostly collapsed since. Uh, um, they also like a few of the books have actual like maps in between their in between their cover and their first page that are like folded in, and uh, um, like that's basically like where the architects came from originally. So like you leaf through them really quick. You also find out that some of those rails actually led to portals into other planes of existence, um, and that rails had been installed there as well back in the day.
Okay. What's the checkout process for the books?
Oh, you literally just like take them. There's like an automated logging thing as you leave.
Rather than putting them in a just like
Actually, there is that system for you and other members of the architects. Everybody else is.
Are these not free?
Let me know which ones you want. I'll check them out for you.
It's higher, like,
I'll take those. Yeah.
I was watching It's Always Sunny
Hey.
with my friend, and I was thinking about
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite 3?
Portals.
Unicorns.
Okay.
Unicorns.
You
I
can,
get you a picture book.
Unicorn starts with you.
make make a religion check.
I need one in Elvish or
Two.
Sylvan or Celestial.
Yeah, let me see if I can find like one in the right languages.
Okay. Um, does comprehend languages allow you to read the proper?
It does if you touch. If you touch the text.
That's not what I read. I thought it was just buffed.
Yeah, because almost all of the copies that are present here got scribed into common, for like ease of access.
Yeah, I only got like 11 on the investigation, so I don't think I'm going to get you in the right language.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
you
You
can.
can't touch it.
Hmm?
You just have to touch the surface on which the words are written.
Cool, excellent.
I give you your unicorn picture book, and I, as I give it to him, like, hey, and thanks for like coming in and talking to Theremin / Balthazar with me last night. That was kind of intense.
I've been wanting to. Man, I learned that I probably shouldn't use those spells that we learned. You know, the 4 like great ones.
I know about those. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still have 2 of them. I cast one of them.
Baby.
Okay,
So that
you
wasn't
as you say, you look around and there are architects. One of them is like still laying in a like sleeping bag on the floor, but eyes open and sort of like staring daggers at the rest of you for like speaking out loud in what is currently a sleeping room, and just straight up heard Balthazar Bolton Trayer and the 4 great spells, but is like
It's 9:30 and you're still sleeping. Are you really want to judge?
I've been awake for 4 hours.
you see he gets like out of the bedroll and is going to like have a little owl familiar pop behind him. He takes off his shirt and you see like detailed tattoos.
Oh no,
Uh,
we saw it.
and but they're like arcane in nature, and as the owl is like reading he is going to cast silence uh, on this room, and then goes back to sleep, which means y'all are unable to speak inside of this room at this time.
Regardless of that, I finish handing the book to Rin and give him a hug.
I'm resisting the urge to kick this fuck in the head. That's so annoying.
Reroll an insight check for me. This will be explicitly non-verbal.
Insight, that's going to be a 15.
Okay. Melora like pulls away from the hug, and her eyes linger for just a little bit too long on your lips, and then she. It's just like what you read in the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm heading out.
Okay.
Cool. You head. Where do you go? Actually,
We have some. You said they were setting up a market. We have some items potentially reserved at the shop.
That's true. In the long run, we have a head to
Several
recover
days
from.
ago, we did reserve some stuff.
that's right. That's right. Okay, so let's roll for these.
Can I be a wood elf?
Hmm?
With my little hat?
Yeah.
So, because I probably still shouldn't be me.
Okay.
I don't want it.
It's not enough. Probably probably not.
Okay.
These Jenny, they'll knock again.
That was a knock. Cool. So, we're going to roll a d20 check for each of the items that you reserved. Based on their rarity, the difficulty will be different. It's just going to be like luck to see if they did get the item. Okay, so
How's it going? Good to see you.
it's common, uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary, right?
I believe there should be a market map on here as well.
Yeah, I just okay. I take out
Yeah,
take the time to take out the maps when there's going to be like strategic.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, cool.
How are you, Jenny?
I'm doing really nice.
Doing pretty good.
Okay, so cool. So if you've hi, great to see you. if you've reserved a common item, you need to roll an 8 or more for that item to have been brought out from the dungeon and to be on sale. 10 for uncommons, 12 for rare, 16 for very rare, and 19 for legendary.
18.
Okay, so you roll that for which of, because you reserved multiple items, so you're gonna roll for every single one of them
Cool.
based on their, and you get to do that every day until you score a hit.
13.
So,
I had the armor. I believe. I had adamantine armor.
okay, check its rarity for me, and you said how much?
13.
13. So if it's rare or uncommon or common, you'll be able to buy it at.
Uncommon.
Cool. Yeah.
Because I think I had was it mace.
Probably. If you please find it in your notes, which what the rarity was for that thing. You see that Geralt has come out of his shop. He's got a board full of pinned spell scrolls that he is proudly displaying, and you see basically all of these as available for sale based on the spell level. So we're going to take a break from the recording to do all of this buying and selling, because that can be tedious for viewers. Back on. Okay, we're back. So going over everything that was bought and sold. What did you buy?
I sold my Lantern of Revealing and I bought a Psychic Perforator. So I've traded the halberd in for a glaive and I'm never looking back.
Okay.
I'm at 19 AC.
Okay. What's
I bought some shiny new adamantine armor. It's looking nice and pretty. It glimmers in the sunlight.
Which also, I bought his old full plate armor.
hell yeah.
I almost sold everything I have for a glimmering moonbow and bracers of archery, but I'm showing resistance, and I hand the bow back to Hoover, please, Wizard, please hold this for me.
Can I have the cards back that you have not bought?
I think that's Wind Fan.
The wind fan, okay.
And I bought Mithril Half Plate, which means my AC is at 19. With no disadvantage on stealth.
Nice.
I'm basically Melora now.
I'm assuming you have the proficiencies to use that armor.
For medium armor, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Excellent. Who is?
Well, I have heavy armor, actually.
Melora the wizard bought a bunch of paper, 4 scrolls, and a fancy new poker.
Tell me she's smelling them.
+1 rapier.
I'm just gonna show off some of the art.
I imagine she's like dogs whenever they do the sniff test. She's like, okay, let's do
She bites it like a gold one.
So there was. Let's go over the highlights of the role playing moments during this. Yes, we got it. We got it on camera. Okay.
That's a different sound.
Yeah, it was.
That's
It was.
a
It
giggle.
was.
It's more like, it's not like that.
It was an ear
Because-
screech.
Oak, though, is 50,000 gold people.
But you got it right.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, with what money? I have to, sell my soul.
Okay.
I know it. I know it.
Yeah.
Well,
This is a game
well,
where
well.
that's possible.
This is today's game is actually, but we need to move on.
Also, I got a wand of magic missiles.
That's kind of dope. What does it look like?
You know what? I like to imagine like it's like a toy wand, like it's got a star on it.
Oh,
that's really
cute.
Yeah.
And because Colonel wasn't with the group originally, you guys actually see him wander in, and now he's like,
There you are, buddy.
Ren, you're still alive.
You're still alive.
Oh my gosh! You have no idea how happy I am.
Oh, you and me both. We have so much to catch up on.
Rin is now sporting mule ears.
Were you there
Oh.
when he changed into Ryan?
Did you always have those?
I think they're new. They're new.
Mule ears on top of his regular tiefling ears.
It sounds like you're saying Mjolnir, like Thor's hammer.
That's what I.
That's what I heard.
Can you hear out of them?
Sorry.
Yeah, you wanna feel them?
Hello. He calls it.
Okay, yep, okay.
Very cool.
Okay. And you sold the medallion of
Thoughts.
thoughts. Cool. Excellent.
'Cause I have one.
There was a teary-eyed moment as the Claw of Akmar was. Oh yeah, I tore it up. Yes. Was sold, the last remnant of.
I gave that to Rory after we killed an innocent mind
Okay.
player.
Remember when I offered it to you and you said you didn't want it?
No, I don't remember that. You
Okay,
didn't,
I
because we didn't do that.
Yes, I did do
No,
that.
you didn't.
Does anyone else remember
Melora
that?
told me you're gaslighting me.
I went around. I was like,
I'm
"Does anyone
staying
want
out of
this?" And you're like, "No, I don't."
Melora
Well,
said
maybe you
you're.
weren't there.
Melora said you're
I'll-
a gaslighter.
All sales are final. This is there's no reason to argue some more. I've got somebody who reserved this for twice the price you gave me. So
You still have a ring of mind shielding. That came from Rory. So we still got a trace.
Yeah, but I think that belonged to the other guy first.
The other guy.
I forget.
Eerie.
Yeah.
No.
No, we love Yuri.
It was Llewellyn.
I only have Eerie and Rory right
You're
now.
right. You're right.
Also, Deus doesn't know this, but somewhere with his stuff is Rory's like scabbard, or it might have been on when he died.
Scabbard?
Yeah, because the things I got from like to prove that Rory and Eerie were dead were the broken head of the staff
Oh yeah.
and Rory's like decimated scabbard.
Wait, Yuri's dead?
No.
No,
I've never met the
Yuri's
guy.
just missing. Yuri's missing.
I mean, we found a staff that was left behind.
The snake staff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is the head of Ambrose's staff.
Oh, where's that at? Does it still work?
I don't remember what I said I did with that.
Ooh.
Is it written down in your inventory?
No, I mean like if Omen put it in the Architect's Tower or if it was on him when he died.
Well,
I think it was.
Oh.
But then I don't know where his body is now, so I think it's gone.
well, I'll need to talk to the Seers of True Time about that one, I guess.
I feel like there's got to be an easier one.
Is that
Oh, we
your
can
therapist?
try message.
Not message, sending.
Sending. We
I'm sure you
try
could try
sending.
message. I don't know how far you can get.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Eerie.
Are you
So,
scared?
sorry, I think 120 feet.
Message.
Sending.
Sending.
Sending can go across
Sending.
planes.
Yeah.
All right. Your characters head out of the market. You see that there is currently no potion, no potion stall. She having packed and successfully retired out of this campaign.
You know, I'm starting to think she chose the right way out.
Yeah.
Your characters are now ready. It is nearing 11 a.m. when the outer doors of the dungeon open. What do y'all do?
Quick question.
Oh, long rest in case you hadn't long rested.
Quick question. I didn't realize in my notes I left out your new name.
Oh, is that the question?
Yeah, like this is me, the player. Actually.
Okay. Oh, the player. So it's Cornelius. So it's
Oh,
Dave,
right,
but it's
right.
Cornelius.
Yeah, okay.
Atlas is saying Dave.
All right.
Cornelius is saying Cornelius.
Right. Would you be mad if I called you corny?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right. All
That's
right.
corny.
All right. You know
Classic
what? I
corny.
see it. I see it.
Yeah. Old corny.
I gotta go talk to a horse. I figure y'all probably don't want to come with me.
Oh,
Talk
wait.
about a guy.
Is it
Yeah,
that unicorn?
Yeah, I need to go talk to him. Okay, sweet. What do y'all need to go do? Y'all want to go? Are y'all gonna go talk to somebody?
Melora is starting to plan like another trip into the dungeon.
Sweet.
Like
I thought we were going to the magic
I'm going to
castle.
be scribing it. Well, we don't really have to, right? I
Do
mean,
we have to go to the dungeon?
we know that. Well, we know that what we need isn't in the castle.
Oh my god, there was like a whole thing about leaving the dungeon, and I was like, we want to go to town. And now that we're in town, everyone's like, back into the shit pit.
Well, we
take
didn't-
care of what we needed to take care
We
of.
didn't sleep there, which is good.
You did miss the conversation with Balthazar.
That is correct. I wasn't in the room. In more ways than one.
Yes.
He's real. Okay, while he's doing whatever that is, you need to catch me up.
All right, here we go. This is story cleanup time with Melora. So, Theremin Lightfoot is sort of.
Where is this conversation happening?
We're in like a side alley. Like,
I am going. I would say
This is going to be as secluded a place as like a private room.
Okay.
This is as close to like Melora's room, if possible.
Like all of the rooms in the architect towers are like busy with people.
Yeah.
There isn't like an experiment booth or something for
There-
like
y'all-
for
y'all-
I turned
testing
the fume hood on
spells.
so it's loud around us.
Y'all are in the storage room with all of the
Yes.
piles and piles of experiments that are being that have been tossed in here, to make room for different inhabitants of the city whose houses have been requisitioned.
Yes. So with the piles of wild and likely very dangerous if disturbed experiments around us.
I would like to look for little spies first. I just want to do a scope of the room.
Okay.
Make sure no one's just like sitting there like.
Make a investigation check.
It's not bad. 16.
Cool. 16. You are going to find that there is a one of the experiments that is designed for recording audio and video, but it is currently unpowered and the battery's out and it is not activated.
Can I mage hand it out of the room? Do I feel like there's a trap on it? Is it one of Vesper's things?
You don't know any of those things until you try.
Okay, I'm gonna, from outside the room, with Melora, as we're both outside the room, I'm gonna mage hand it and try to like put it not in the room.
Okay, you put it in the staircase.
Okay. To the closet.
So, now that we're all in the closet together,
You probably wonder why I've got it in here.
I feel like I'm trapped in here.
I thought you were here.
We'll say we.
We can wait to leave until after we do my team update.
what we found in Hidden Invisible Ink in the book sort of gave us a hint that Theremin Lightfoot and Balthazar Trey are in fact one and the same. The persona of Theremin was literally sort of just cobbled together, a little bit of identity changing, a little bit of memory modification, a little bit of forgery, to become a evolvable alternative person. Theremin's hat is literally a portal to Balthazar's castle to selectively plug in Balthazar's memories as needed. Now, so Theremin is not aware that they are Balthazar. Now, in a given moment, Theremin can say, Hat, give me all my memories back. And will then sort of be aware of that whole process. But Balthazar is the heir to this region, similar to Erie, similar to Bobbin, is a viable noble that could kick the crusade out. There are some things that we would sort of need to be convincing of that, though. There's family portraits of uh, um, the Trayer house that can help prove some of that. There's not only a crown, there's also a scepter and a cape and other artifacts of that house still likely in the dungeon somewhere.
I forgot to mention there's also a signet ring.
And a signet ring. After we sort of went over that with Balthazar himself, went ahead and purged himself of all those memories again, and we have Theremin, as we have come to know, back in their place.
Can we have the sounds of Alchemist's Workshop?
Mhm.
So, we know where Balthazar is, but we're a little too soon. We don't have the things that we really need to get independence for this region again.
Well, what we need to get independence for this region is to wait 15 days.
I don't think that's a good strategy. I don't think that strategy is going to work. In 15 days, this city might not be here. I know we're dead set on this idea that the Crusade is going to meat grinder their way out of existence. I don't believe. I think something will. They're going to find something eventually. If you bang your head against the wall enough times, they will find something. They're gonna break through.
I mean, my calculations. I would think that in 15 days their current forces would deplete, but they have a pretty substantial bounty. $1,000 signing bonus is enough to convince most
Fair
people.
enough.
I'm not. The camera will show that I've been looking at all of you with a big grin.
God isn't here right now. This is us.
I
don't believe. Yeah.
if they have new recruits coming in consistently, then this could continue as long as they have a source of income. Which, as long as magic items are coming out of the dungeon, then they do.
Who's to say the head Inquisitor is the head of the whole crusade? They came here, at least 1,000 strong, bodies strong. Where did that come from?
So, in a similar point, we tried the political solution.
Omen tried the political solution.
That's correct. As Erie, right?
You've also been instructed by Balthazar that getting some allies,
Yes.
solid allies, before moving to make a claim is going to be an important part of your tasks. And those Melora has accepted to take on this mighty quest. That's not necessarily something you need to fully agree with.
Now,
Right.
I wasn't there when Omen made their proclamation as King Erie, but they went in with no
really
allies.
inspiring. I love.
There was no backup. Last I had heard, I was sent to go get allies from the Spheres of True Time. I did that. I come out to find out they made their proclamation. All that's to say, to be honest, I could care less about liberating this town. Like, if we're being completely honest, I'm not really here to liberate this town. I'm here to get power. That aside, I don't think waiting out the Crusade for 15 days will prove anything. These are people who are willing to kill. They've been here 5 days, and they've already killed so many people. What could they do in 3 times that, 8 times that?
Which
A lot of time.
I think we also maybe should consider the fact that the Crusade, most of them are paladins, most of them are based on oaths. So if it is possible, you guys keep throwing around both the name Erie and Omen. I'm getting the sensation that the person that you put forward as king wasn't actually a rightful heir to this throne. is it possible that having an actual rightful heir makes a difference? That it would perhaps enforce their oaths, strip them of power if they moved against, versus, you know, a false king, if that's what in fact happened?
How did Omen get caught? In a lie?
Yeah.
So what we need is someone who won't get caught in a lie and allies.
So just the plan then.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, yeah.
I
I'm
also
saying,
have no
I'm saying the
horse in
wait
this
wait
race.
out plan.
The
Oh.
I don't believe in the wait 15
I-
days and everything we saw.
I mean, yeah, they
think
need
one
to
of the
learn.
Yeah.
best
Or
ways-
under my power. One of them.
one of the most powerful
Okay, that's what I'm saying,
organizations in this town is the monastery. Your help would be really valuable there.
Do I have an end with them?
Hmm?
Do I have an end
That's
with
you.
them?
That's
Lumbo? No.
no, the
No,
golden door.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
That's
You-
y'all.
You have an in the sense that Cornelius told you once you make it here, you have to report to the order because they're the sole keepers of the knowledge of how to use incarnations, and you knowing that without being a part of their rank, Cornelius told you by knowing how to channel Cornelius, you are a de facto member of. You just haven't told them yet.
I thought they weren't in town.
No, they're not. Their base of operations is a monastery that's like
Half a day.
half a day
Tyler, what's
away.
your god's name? Where's your
So
mom?
if you want to go and do that, I got
What do you
some
mean?
homework to do. I got some spells to scribe.
Right.
Listen.
I had the oath though.
We've been paladin to paladin.
Yeah.
I think maybe you are in your own way, but I'm not. Who do you serve? What oath, what god do you swear to? I don't have a problem with it. I could care less of your god. You could tell me devourer of worlds, and
When
I'm
are
cool.
we having this conversation?
And we're
Are-
still in the closet.
Like
I-
Are we
I'm-
still squished in the closet?
I'm depends. Do you want to be the two of you walking towards?
Do you want to leave and talk about this?
Yeah,
Magic.
where we done catching us
It's a
up?
very tense
Yes.
closet.
I mean, I
As
would
they
then
tend
go
to
over
be.
and we need allies. we need the sort of legitimacy that comes with those artifacts. A genuine heir that is willing to, go toe to toe,
Well, we've got that one.
and allies to back us up.
Cool.
We've got the air,
We've got the heir now, and they're protected.
and we have part of the parchment.
They are hidden. We have a couple pieces of that canvas that would help prove that identity.
Mm-hmm.
There are some other artifacts that would help, and getting some people on our side.
All right, y'all figure out the plan. We're gonna go. Or are you coming with us?
That's a good question. I'll go with.
All right.
Cool. Military camp sounds, please.
Yeah.
Your characters.
Before we get there, I want to talk to these two. You're fine. You're a paladin. Are you going?
Okay, the two of you come out of the closet so that they can have that conversation.
We're so
It's
Cheer as you leave.
You're a paladin. You're not a crusader. What are we going to tell them? Are you going to try to pretend to be one, or do you want to be my squire? I'll make you my squire.
I will serve for one person. It's not you.
Okay.
Well,
I think I've got a spare tabard.
I
in
mean,
here,
last
maybe?
time I had an encounter with the Crusade. I just pretended to be one of them, and it worked out.
Tabard burnt.
I don't think that's going to work out this time. I think we're going to, because I need to go talk to the unicorn, and we're gonna get questioned. I am a chosen. I can talk my way there. When they ask us who are you, I have an answer. Jack has an answer. Cairo, I care about you. I need you to. I understand you believe strongly in whatever your beliefs are. I don't want to see you die.
I won't.
So what is your?
What's the plan? Right. What's my disguise? Well, I think the city does still have me under a different name, a false name. So I don't, they don't know me as Cairo.
What if we just say you are a potential recruit, and you're tagging along with us to see if you want to join?
I think that's great. We're both crusaders. You run into us in the dungeon. Your party
A potential
dissolves.
brother.
Potential brother.
Okay, I will. I mean, I am interested in talking to the uniform. I'm curious about the beliefs.
You are curious about the beliefs.
Yes.
There we go. That's not a lie.
Yeah.
Cool. You head into the camp. You arrive in front of where the administrator is, and I'm gonna have the three of you stand up, please, and stand in line in front of me in the order in which you show up at the desk.
I'll go first.
I'll be behind you.
Follow you like a.
Smash cut to the architect's tower. Melora is scribing in beautiful cursive and stealth.
I'm
Hello,
meditating.
brother. Me and our fellow brother here have returned. We have someone who's potentially interested in the beliefs of the crusade. We're going to show them around, and we need to get new orders.
Excellent. All right. What is the name on? So, without turning around, what is the name of the person in the of the crusader behind you?
Jack?
Excellent. Yeah. So you see, he opens it. What name did you register under?
Jack Johnson.
Cool.
I imagine I'm not the only one.
Cool. Excellent. What is the name of the potential recruit?
His name is Tyron.
He has a bad memory.
So you hand off your papers, and it says
My name's Runar.
it says Runar here.
Oh,
Oh, that's it's pretty close.
It's Runar Tyron, right? I thought you had said, but I got the first and last mixed up.
He writes down the family name, and you see that he goes through a couple of logs, takes out the from the archives, makes that modification, checks your file against your papers.
Oh,
and-
that's a different Jack Johnson.
Oh yeah, hold on.
That was John Jackson.
No, it's not that one. There it is. Cool. And you are, and the clerk says, all right, you're all right to come into the camp.
Has Lord Richard, or Sir Richard, come into camp yet?
I believe Sir Richard has fallen in battle. So the two of you, please
No.
sit back down. And you see that like the clerk.
Sir Richard has fallen?
The clerk makes a gesture to someone over there, and then says, "Yes, fallen in battle. He." They say his fighting style was entirely dedicated to horseback fighting.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
See if he's falling through. One. No! No! I was serving under him.
You are a chosen, right?
I am.
Excellent. There's been two reports from officers about your behavior in the camp, and as he's saying this, the person he gestured to, there's going to be like 5 crusaders in full armor that arrive on each side of you, so like 10 crusaders that like flank your group of three,
Okay.
and says the High Inquisitor has asked that you report to her as soon as you come into camp next.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go talk to the High Inquisitor. Do y'all want to go look around camp while I go handle this business, chosen business, or do you want to tag along?
I'm just here. I just got here.
Let's
Stick together.
Okay. Lead way.
I do not know if your presence is required.
Okay. Well, then I'll meet back up if you meet at the laundry.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay. What did you say?
Where is that? Okay.
You're happily married.
Wait, okay.
Um, let's follow the plan. We are trying to speak with the laundry, anyways. That's my understanding. So, well, I'm sure we can ask. I stop any crusader walking by and say, sorry, I'm a little turned around. Which way to the laundry?
Okay, they're going to direct you, but then this time all of the laundry personnel is like asleep and recovering. Cool.
I keep my
I
sword on
start
hip
polishing
and
my
scatter.
spear then. Being unable to visit the laundry, I start to polish my spear.
Very nice.
To blade.
You are taken straight to the central tent. You see that the leader of this group of paladin goes in and says, "Ma'am, we have found the hex leg bearer that you asked for."
I drop to one knee whenever they approach. Still head held high, but as a clear sign of,
Okay.
you know.
The tent flap is opened, and as you're in the knee, as you're in like knee in the mud, the paladin says, "Go on in."
I stand. I enter. I stand ready, at attention, and I say, "High Inquisitor, well met."
You step into the tent.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. You find that the Molly McBurnake in full like um, very ornate armor, her helm put aside, and um, is like sitting at the desk. You see a sprawling map of Chrysalis with a lot of like notes and different like little tokens representing different groups spread out on it, and to the side of the room, um, like the only thing that like stands out other than the like furniture is there, but there's also a mat um, that's like rolled open, a very complex map that has a circle with a bunch of runes around it. Molly raises her head and says, "Ah, yes. What was your name?"
Ragnar, I served under Lord Richard. I'm sad to hear of his passing. Is it true?
Probably. We've lost a lot of people.
Then I shed a tear for him, and I shall shed blood for him later.
I've had a couple of reports of your behavior in camp, and as uh, uh, I worked to try to understand why a chosen was running around the camp declaring no rank, no affiliation, and uh, getting into the reports of my already busy officers. But uh, our divine patron has informed me of your situation. I
Yeah.
wish to put your talents to good use. I have a mission for you.
I would welcome this with honor, High Inquisitor. I admit my actions have been erratic and perhaps a bit strange to those unfamiliar. I know that I have gotten in trouble with many of the non-chosen and those who are not familiar with Celestial. I have also been known to cause a ruckus when I return to camp. I see my brothers and I just don't see the fire in their eyes that I hold, and I think I don't work well with others, but I welcome this. I'm as I told the Celestial when they visited me in my dreams. I am but a sword. Direct me, and I shall slay.
Yes, this the celestial has informed me of your desire for more power, in order to vanquish the foes of the crusade.
You see their unsatisfaction with my methods. I
Oh,
gesture to the ears.
um,
I must do better.
yes. The celestial also informed me that you uh, that your assassination of the this horse I heard about was part of the orders he gave you, but that the attempt was somewhat botched. I am giving you a task that is much more suited to the instrument you are.
Do real quick.
She's going to get up and walks over to the mat and says, "Come with me."
Would if I pop a divine sense? I'm just trying to sense if Celestial's nearby. Would they be able to tell?
No.
I pop one, not in any hostility. I just reach out with my divine sense to see if I feel anything.
Um. Can you check if Divine Sense needs a line of sight and what the range is, please? Not you. Cool. Do you follow her onto the mat?
Yes, I follow to the map. Map
Cool.
or map?
The
The map of the map.
like she's standing on the big rug that has all of the that has the circle and the arcane symbols. You see that she takes out a spell scroll and says, "We are going to I'm going to show you our vault and what you stand to
Can I
to
roll an
win."
insight to see if she's being level with me?
Yeah.
Or do I get a sense of?
Roll for insight.
It's within 60 feet of anything that's not under total cover.
Okay, so if
So-
you don't have line of sight, you can't like
It can be used to find like ghosts and things. So.
yes, but if like if the ghost isn't behind a wall and has like full cover, because you're inside of the tent,
Oh, it
you'd be
okay.
you like everything outside of the tent has full cover from you, if that makes sense.
I got a 12 on insight.
Cool. You see that like she is being relatively vague, and you um um like uh you are not being reprimanded despite the fact that you uh that she's hinting at you having done reprimandable.
Makes sense. I mean, to be honest, I like Rin. Out of character, Rin is open to. Rin is very.
Yes.
Yeah, Rin is
Yeah,
okay.
but that's something that the unicorn basically communicated to her. She reads. You see that she checks a timepiece. Uh, Actually, no. The timepiece is going to be larger and on her desk. She uh, uh, checks it and says, "Perfect." Opens a spell scroll. Uh, like reads out the incantation, and after a like burst of light, you find yourselves inside of a metal vault. The place is large and has a lot of smaller, like little vaults along the walls in every direction except for the the huge like the huge one in the back. You see that you are standing on what appear you are standing on a large slab of stone where the teleportation circle is inscribed, and you see that there is a whole that this slab is separated from the rest of the floor by like a thin crevice, as if the slab itself can be moved. And in the room there is a large pile of uh, magical items. You see a mummified hand. You see a black sword. You see a uh, deck of cards. Those things are radiating magic to your divine sense. You're both perceiving celestial, fiendish, and undead things in there. And she says, "This is our. This is where. This is our Blesnian vault, and this is where we keep all of our all of the rarer magical items we've obtained inside of the dungeon."
Gives Hoover a run for his money.
Absolutely. And we are in the process of trading those items for further funds, but some of those items might be better used in the hands of champions. You will get your pick of one of these. Once you have destroyed a certain artifact, a certain mural in the high city of Chrysalis, you will be given 50 crossbowmen to go with you or to leave behind at your leisure, and what you need, your mission is simply to give me just 1 second to remember. The largest building in the center of the high city is the in the front hall. There is a large, complicated mural that represents the world tree. You will go there and you will shatter this mural for the crusade.
I believe forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think I've seen, this was before the Crusade when I was trying to get into the city for power. I believe I've seen a similar mural. Did it show separate worlds?
No.
No. Oh, well, I destroyed that mural.
Don't get extra credit.
Excellent.
For the Crusade.
Excellent. You're more than suited to this task then.
I thank you for the offer of the crossbowman, but while a strong club can break someone's armor and break their body, sometimes it takes a dagger between the ribs to truly bring down a foe. And I was with the first, or one of the first pushes into the dungeon when everything was lit on fire. I think I would be better suited to this if I went with, if it was more so just me going, or even a smaller group. So I will thank you for the honor of the crossbowman, but I'll pass on leadership for now.
Fine. One of our great strengths is those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you were an adventurer before you joined us, so you're used to smaller groups. What most adventurers do not realize is that even less skilled soldiers, if you can take down the most powerful of monsters, or even the most well equipped of adventurers. If there's 50 of them shooting at you, some of them are going to hit. But I will keep my men for further things. One last thing. Do not fail me. This this place is well, it has the high security of a Blesnian church bank. So uh, this whole place is rigged to kill you if you arrive at the wrong time or without the proper permissions being sent ahead of time. So
I have been brought by your hand. I've been issued by your hand. I am your hand. I belong to the Celestial, but if this is what needs to be done.
just know that when you come to retrieve the magical object in here for your mission, you I expect total victory from you. Otherwise, I might forget to send the proper clearance.
Oh, so after I destroy the mural, if I come back,
Yes, you
and they
will
don't
be.
give me clearance, then
Yes,
understandable. Well,
I do not tolerate the same failures that the Celestial does.
understandable. World Tree mural in the largest building in the city, in front hall.
And specifically the upper city, the section
Upper
that
city.
the section that is in the northeast of
That's
of Chris.
from the Temple District.
You're not there, but yes.
How,
The temple district is actually on the opposite end of the city.
how long?
Hmm?
How long do I have to return? 5 days? 10 days?
Complete your mission. That is the most important.
Understandable. Before I head out, I don't speak Horse or Celestial, but could I be graced with the Celestial's presence? I wish to kneel before it, give send it a prayer, and feel its grace.
It's been an hour and you still haven't comprehend languages.
I do still have languages.
They prove yourself first, and then it will be considered. Otherwise, if the celestial wishes to speak with you, it will come to you in dreams.
You got it. Can I have a rank?
I do keep getting reprimanded for that. I have missions, rank private, squire.
Private.
And Inquisitor's private. You got it. It says that complete serious great face.
Yeah.
Inquisitor's
You see
private.
that she pulls out another spell scroll, teleports you
Arcana.
back.
What is do I know what I want to see if I know what the spell is.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. Go ahead and roll Arcana. It's going to be 12 to know what the spell is, and 16 to know the coordinates.
Let's do it.
Hmm?
Well,
Okay. It is teleportation. So like you can only go to fixed points. And each like circle has its own coordinates as part of like the
it's like a ritual dimension door.
Yeah, you can also take like way more stuff through there because like you but you didn't roll high enough to in time look at all of the symbols that that comprise this spell, so you don't know how to get back into the vault.
Laura will be disappointed.
All right. Well, then one last question. Are you also a chosen of the Celestials?
Yes.
Insight.
Okay.
4. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
You teleport back, and she says, "Dismissed."
I leave the tent. Yeah, I leave the tent.
Cool. Party reunites. You are able to make your way through the camp under the aegis of Rin. Does anybody want to do anything else before the dungeon?
I'm good with leaving. Don't you get anything while we're here?
Should I talk to the monk thing first?
That's half a day's walk, and I have plans for today if you'll permit.
Kyle, do you need
Cornelius
anything
is telling me
camp?
we
I
should
was
save
gonna
them.
ask around. Well, like while you were in
Okay,
there,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say I would have like
What
asked around.
Cornelius says
I want to
I'm
figure out
very
like
smart.
How the Crusades doing?
Yep. There's no streetwise skill in this game. Insight.
23.
24. As you like, the crusade looks like it is in rough shape. There's a lot less souls walking around than there were a couple of days ago. And as you leave, you're going to find that's right outside of the camp, like at the edge of the cemetery, uh, a um, a very large boulder that was not there previously uh, has like a smooth shape, and you see a couple of crusaders on a ladder carving names, hundreds of names.
Wow. So, I'm like still pretending to be the recruit. So, this doesn't seem like I believe in y'all's cause, but doesn't seem very effective.
You're saying that to a carver?
Yeah.
The uh, carver looks down at you and says, "You're an adventurer."
Just a curious soul trying to see what
What's
the ruckus is about.
what's the mortality rate on adventurers, huh?
Well,
Fuck off.
We all.
The other carver's like, got him, slanted.
but I'm not fighting for a cause.
That's worse. You see how that's worse, right?
I have a goal I'm trying to achieve. If this is how you're trying to achieve a goal, it seems a little counterintuitive.
So is this conversation.
We have a god. What do you have?
You you see that craftsperson is going to say, "What's your name?"
Runar.
Okay,
Yeah. What's up?
don't talk to me ever again, Runar.
Oh. Well,
We have a
okay.
blood feud.
All I'm saying is what.
No, you're doing it. You're doing it.
Issue of leadership. Why are so many having
Okay.
powers?
Jack is gonna sort of pat Carol on the back and say, "Let's
Are
try to
you-
get some rations from the quartermaster."
Are you trying to get something out of this scene? Like,
Yeah.
are you trying to like?
I'm trying to
ins-
see if there's any dissent or like dissatisfaction because.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
so
yeah,
much failure.
Cool. You roll insight.
Uh,
You rolled the insight previously. You rolled a 12. Yes.
23.
23. Damn. There is a you can tell that there is dissent not in anybody who speaks to you, but in the gibbet that currently has 20 corpses hanging off of it, most of which have the name deserter on. Uh, like I have a sign that says deserter on hanging from their necks. Hmm? It's an execution post for like hanging people.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're headed for the gibbet. Gibbet. Okay, cool. Thank you for
Gallows.
Okay.
Gallows.
So, is there anyone like hanging around in the gibbet area? Or is it
yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Well,
There are many people hanging in the
some living people hanging around.
You see that there is there are like 5 crusaders wearing the tabard but not the armor right now, who are deep in prayer. To you hear the voice Amateno being whispered.
Can I? Well, I mean, is there?
They're praying at the corpses, at the hanging corpses.
It never works, but I'm gonna try to see if I have a feeling from
Okay.
above about how
Roll
they
roll
feel about this.
roll religion. Skill, you have -1 in
3.
3. No, you don't get any sense of anything.
Dang it, I don't know how to do this.
You get a sense of the rest of your party is leaving.
Hmm. Okay. Before I leave, I guess, could I have at one point also just asked when I came across all, does it, the gibbet?
Yeah. The
Um,
gallows.
the gallows. It's like, wow, these poor souls. Do you guys have a lot of those?
Yes.
Yes. It's like,
But
you got like a percentage?
a what?
Like if the crusade was a pie, how much of the pie is trying to leave the pie?
Runar, I'm back.
This is some
Ruin.
It's over our dreams.
Are they praying to Amatano? No, you gotta pray to Celestial. The Celestial will send it to Amatano. Don't bother.
I see we're Catholics, aren't we?
Alright, guys, I'm
Curse,
good. My
curse the
work here.
non-believers, Amateno.
Are we looking at the deserters? I spit on one of them. Sweet, let's go.
I thought about the people praying, and I was like, run!
Talk to the horse.
Huh?
Did you get to talk to the horse?
Even better. I'll tell you on the road. Unless y'all have anything you want to do here.
I just think we should stop by the quartermaster for supplies.
Sounds
This is
good.
an officially sanctioned mission. It is an officially sanctioned mission. Rations.
Okay. Are you okay?
Or anything that they will give us.
I'm just picking up some rations. Hey,
Okay.
I'm heading into the
Got it.
orders.
You arrive there. Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion, I'm not as good at, but that's fine.
Okay.
I can
If you pass an
Your mission.
if you pass an 8, you are going to get Kyrol's sign-on bonus, which is 1,000 gold pieces.
Persuasion?
Huh?
You said persuasion?
Yes.
That'd be a 14.
Cool, 14. And on top of that, you're going to get 6 rations for each Crusader, which is
so
so-
we get 18 total,
Yeah.
and you get what? It's 1,000 gold.
it's 1,000 gold pieces sign-on bonus.
We're heading out. Hail to the crusade.
For the Crusade!
For the crusade! And we did.
And you see that the quartermaster looks at you expectantly as he hands you the gold.
They'll learn. They haven't been treated in the heat of battle yet.
You
We're
You'll-
gonna get their sword wet.
you'll get there. You'll get there. Yes, brother. Yes, getting closer. Okay, cool. Your characters head to the dungeon. You are going to see a large secondary camp at the base of the large elevator, and another camp farther still near the sewer entrances. Which entrance?
One thing I want to do before on our walk there, I hand each one of you, well not you, but well actually I'll hand you. I hand each one of you a gold piece, and I tell all of you, I am paying you to help me accomplish this mission in the name of the crusade. You are under me. I don't know. I'm not good at background checks. Here's a gold piece. We have a mission. That is, if the crusade tries to stop us, I'll do the talking.
They just like opens his mouth to argue about being underpaid and then gets it. And it's like, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you tell them what the mission is?
We have to go to the upper city, to the largest building in the upper city, and I'm supposed to look for something there. Apparently, I'll know it when I see it.
Sounds like a plan, Captain.
Roll inside
Go for it. Can I roll deception?
Yes.
I'm bad at insight, but Melora has
That's the one side.
Oh, that's a 2. That's
Oh.
beautiful.
3?
12.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I rolled a 5, but I have good insight. 11.
11?
13.
13? Okay, everyone except Melora knows that I'm lying. I got a 7.
Yeah,
Where are we? Like,
I think-
You're on the road towards the great elevator.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
think
stop
I-
you in your tracks.
Giggle as I take the gold piece. Thanks.
I like stop the party from walking. I'm like, all right, let's roll that one back, but this time you tell us what's actually going on. I have to destroy a mural, and if I do, I will be blessed with a super powerful magic item. If I don't, I will be killed. So, here's a gold piece. If we make more money, y'all get a cut, of course. We can negotiate later. I'm thinking like 95, 90, 98, 50%, and then like 80, 30, 30, 30, 30 sounds right to me.
So is there wait, is
No,
there
it
a
doesn't.
Sorry.
You're about it.
Mural. It's a mural of the world tree.
Is he telling the truth?
I am.
He is at this point, yes.
Yeah. I.
Make a history check, I think.
Was that something to say?
Okay, you don't
I'm
need to make a
protect-
history check if you if you know what's going on.
We have 2 chunks of this mural already.
Oh, okay. Well, all we have to do is
You do
Wait.
you
No.
do not.
we have 2 pieces of the,
Oh,
of the family.
You have a chunk of a mural that has the of the menu. You have not. Okay, so go ahead and roll history.
hold on.
I didn't tell y'all because if we get questioned,
What?
the less information y'all have, the less you have to lie about.
Well,
You-
this is an officially sanctioned mission.
You
isn't it?
you, you think about it. The high city. What's the biggest building? What could the biggest building be? And you think about it some more, and it's like, why would that specific building have a mural of a tree that interests the crusade? And
What am
because
I?
you rolled an 11, I'm only going to just repeat the questions that you already have.
What
and
am I,
that's
an
it.
architect? I don't know anything about.
Can I roll something? I don't know what's happening.
Go ahead and roll history.
Jack's not interested.
21.
21. Biggest building, probably a palace.
Just
Right.
like the castle.
Yeah, like the like in the high city where all the nobles live. The biggest one would
Did you say
be
that out loud?
like a
Oh, you're right.
A royal
Cornelius?
place.
Ah, you're so smart.
it would be a royal place, right? And if there's a mural of a tree in the central hall, it's
Probably.
it's probably important, and it's probably a family tree.
Wow.
Like she said, world's tree to because hopefully he had no way of like. Hopefully, if he couldn't even read or didn't care, he wouldn't even know what it is that he was destroying.
Mural tree building done.
Sounds like typical
So his
words
orders are
for-
to destroy it.
Huh?
His orders are to destroy
Yes.
Destroy evidence of Balthazar's heritage. To
Okay,
say that.
it. Share this.
Okay, I mean, we'll figure out what to do with it when we get there.
I mean, hold on, wait. So you don't have a time limit on this thing, do you?
No, but it's one of those, hey, get this done and get this done. Like, I don't have a time limit, but I think I would prefer. Listen, guys, I've done so much for y'all to keep y'all alive. My life is kind of on the line here. It'd be cool if y'all could do me, your friend, a favor. I'm not saying we'll figure out what we do when we get there.
Well, I'm just saying because if the thing is just you can't return until you finish this task, what if you just don't return?
They didn't really say anything about not returning. They mainly
Yeah.
just said, like, get it done. I assume I probably shouldn't go back to the camp without getting it done, but I'm not wanted.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like like what if you just take a long time to do this? Like we don't have to do this.
No,
Can
no,
you-
we need to get to that tree.
Can you
Well, yeah.
can
like,
you
the
write
just destroy thing?
can you write the Crusader tabard in your inventory? You now have an official Crusader tabard.
I mean, hey, maybe we can grab it and I'll destroy it at a later point. You're right. We don't have to immediately destroy it upon seeing it. It just has to be destroyed. Also, they promised me great power,
And that's kind of a whole reason I'm here. So you know.
Insight. Is he about to destroy it the moment we come
Yes.
across it? That's just verifying.
Natural-
That's why.
natural
do you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I'm not planning on destroying it upon seeing it. That is
Good job.
Yeah.
I am not
All
going
right,
to
Captain.
immediately see it and be like, all right, guys, we made it. Let's figure out what to do. Fireball.
So it sounds like you're going to have to make a choice of your own power versus this whole other self-plot thing where we're like saving the doing the like royalty political save the world thing.
Subplots? Excuse me? No, sorry.
Yeah.
Balthazar's not here.
What's it called?
It does.
Separate plot. The
This is-
adjacent plot.
This is the main plot.
This is our main quest, according to our little drop-down menu.
I mean, you're entirely right, Cornelius. I do have a decision to make. I haven't made that yet.
I mean, listen,
Why do you have so much power?
they killed these abominations have tainted our world. They killed my sister in front of me. They ripped my insides out.
Oh, what?
That's the truth. This is all entirely true.
Bro.
That owl bear
Um,
hit me here,
I
and my
mean,
guts were spilling out until my master came and saved me.
because you succeeded
I'm
on learning something
trying
previously,
to-
he's like,
I'm trying to keep other children from having to experience that. The only way to do that is through power.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I need to eradicate these abominations.
Okay, so how much of that was like just
All
full
all that is true. All of that is true.
No, are you hiding anything?
No,
specific?
that's entirely his motivation. Is
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
was almost killed as a child. My sister was killed. This world has taken so much from me, and it's not fair.
A child shouldn't have to go through that, and I'm doing what I have to stop that.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something out here.
Let's hear it.
What if we? I'm interested in what he's saying. What if we took a different tactic about this whole save the world thing, and just like acquired a fuckload of power? Like,
I mean, your own powers right now are in flux constantly, are they not?
remember how I talked about I'm thinking about whether or not to kill my ex-boyfriend to gain more power? Like,
Well, I'm just saying there's I know ways to power where you can stabilize.
Right, you're
things.
God.
Right. And
and
look,
become one of the abominations we're trying to fight?
no, not at all. I mean, look, do I look like an abomination?
Not from what we can visually see on you.
You look like a friend.
Exactly. I'm friend shaped. And you guys, look, you say you want power, but what's the price you're willing to pay to acquire it?
My life.
My soul.
How will
Whatever it
that save
takes.
other children?
And what if I told you that there was a way to acquire this power?
Let's hear it.
I mean,
You've been holding out on us, Cairo.
While we're on this topic, have we ever been in the rinsey thing with Cairo?
the what?
I'm asking for
Oh,
plot purposes if we've seen Cairo naked.
the Rinsey is
A
the,
shower.
it's the river that goes through Avalon, in which adventurers regularly bathe when they come out of the sewers or the smellier parts of the dungeon. I don't. You were there when we played the. Okay, so like not since you showed up.
Cairo, take your pants off.
Whoa.
Actually, no. You did come out of the. You did come out of the. Of the dungeon recently. Would probably have like bathed before being like before coming back into the.
Oh, if you're just wondering, like when he looks underneath all this wood, he's just an elegant, normal dude.
Like you would not
Is
have
that Danny talking?
you would not have spotted
Summer, right?
you would not have spotted any extra tongues, teeth, throats, or lips.
Okay. I don't know if that Cornelius is buying that, but as Atlas, I'm willing to drop it.
Let's hear the power. What's
How
this?
about lungs?
Hold on. Where are we right now?
You are still on the road. You.
I stopped the we're
Also,
we're talking.
hearing perception check. Is anyone following us from the camp?
No.
Oh,
I'm gonna. No need
yeah,
to roll.
exactly.
There's.
What's the power? Source of power.
Well, I mean, the Crusade speaks of a god named Amateno, and well, a few days ago, Jack and I actually came across a what was it called again?
The Whisper.
The Whisperer.
Was it friend shaped?
Yes, it was very round and solid, with many lungs.
Oh.
Anyways,
Interesting.
so you know, it is. I've heard of it from legend, and it is a messenger from the real Amateno, not whatever they're trying to promote back at that camp. And I don't know, you got good vibes, right, Jack?
It was like if a spider was made of what's inside people's intestines. It,
Yeah.
What a rousing endorsement.
It filled and emptied like a bellows, and each of its legs ended in hands.
Okay.
All right.
It
We're
had
gonna
the
get
husky-
through it.
It had the loveliest voice too, didn't it?
Like someone was licking the inside of my ears.
In a good way?
Is that
What?
ever
No.
an
Yeah, why, who would like that?
On the inside of your ear?
I didn't realize
Like someone was
But,
licking
hey,
my ear.
do
from
not
the
judge.
inside of-
I didn't
I
realize.
was like, I don't know if we're talking about
I didn't
in a
realize you
sexy
kink
way.
shame. This isn't a safe space.
All right,
Anyway.
and now we move on.
Wait, so power. So what does your god want for this power? I mean, it can't be free.
Of course not. My god just wants our loyalty. And, okay, so Amateno stands at the borders between life and death. You know, because it doesn't have to be linear, you know? You can bring the dead back to life. You can kill living things, right? So if you swear loyalty and your mind in full to Amateno, then you will grant the ability to dance at this border yourself.
Amatino isn't limited to your subclass.
Yeah, he's just
yes.
That's his dish.
No, just letting you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a twilight space between life and death, you might say.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm like literally looking up Twilight Domain, like, I thought this was pretty in contrast to what I got going on.
Or even like, you know, it doesn't have to be life and death. You know.
Amatino is also like associated with dreams and whispers.
Yeah.
So like that does have some Twilight vibes to it.
Yeah, so in the borders between this reality and other spaces, that's where I reside. And then you too can join me, if you so wish.
So I swear loyalty, mean it, and now give me power.
Yeah.
I think I already sold mine. No, I think.
Yeah,
so
I'm already
that's
kinda
one.
spoken
Yeah,
for.
mine's
I
already
mean,
kinda taken.
well, you.
I'm not. And I have no interest.
Well, I'm just pitching the idea to you guys.
I'll keep in mind.
You know, you can always steal your sword back, for example. I be arranged.
Okay, well, thanks for the offer.
You keep saying these things like this is a normal conversation.
It is.
All right, we're gonna take 5,
Sounds
and then we're gonna go into the dungeon because I have things planned.
good. What's the plan?
All right, we're back. Cool. Where do your characters go?
Elevator.
Elevator.
Cool. You're able to get the party through the Crusader camp easily thanks to your sword. You do get stopped a couple of times by different officers that are like, you have to go and report to the High Inquisitor.
Already did.
And
For the crusade.
yeah, you take the like you take the elevator up all the way to the lip of the crater. You see that like as much space as possible has been used like fortify this sort of platform, but the fortifications do look like they've seen some battle. Um, the elevator goes half as fast as it did the previous time that you took it, um, and once you get up all the way to the okay.
Any upgrades available?
Yes, if you pay the price, I believe it's 200 gold pieces. Oh yeah, 200 was the other one. Yes. Cool. If you pay for it, you will be able to unlock a uh, one of the improvements. Uh, let's do it right now, not for the next time.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna need you to roll. The dam, the tower, permanent upgrades, 2d6 twice.
2d6, maybe
Uh, so you're gonna roll 2d6. You also roll 2d6, please.
Like 2d6.
Yes.
That's going to be a 4 and a 6 on the first one.
So 10 zip lines to the port of Wonders. There's a ballista that has been installed that will shoot a okay, so you get to choose between that and 11 is the mist scope. A second scope installed at the top of the tower that is able to see through the mists of uh, Chrysalis and give you one important observation about a cult leader boss per day. So you, or if you pay 50 gold pieces, you can the mist scope can be installed for the next time that you come around on top of the zip line.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. Someone else
Cool.
want to do the other 50 or?
Yeah, I'll do the 50 first.
Okay.
This is zip line.
Cool. You're also going to see what's I don't remember what his name is. But the I don't even remember what his species is.
Elamo.
Malora, where's the port to where we're going?
Alamo.
ELAMO.
Okay.
Coke bottle glasses.
Hmm?
Him.
Okay.
That was his features, Coke bottle glasses.
Cooked bottle.
Coke, very thick
Oh,
lenses.
okay, got it. Yeah. Cool. Remind me the name. I've already forgotten.
ELAMO.
All right. You see, Alamo sees you arriving and is going to like come down the stairs and says, uh, you were the group that helped me decide what to do with the star scope. We got a second scope coming in for next time, but I wanted to tell you uh, that I've looked at the omens for today, and the omens are very good and not so good. So, so these are portent rolls. So, sometime today, you will either be able to replace one of your dice rolls or one of the enemy's dice rolls with one of these. This is a group resource. Any of you can decide at any point to spend those, even to use it on other players against their will.
I critically hit Cornelius.
I mean, technically we have a paladin, that's a 20, that's
So like, there's a 20 and a 9. Can I'm gonna keep track of those. But somebody mind like 20 and 9. Yeah, I got them written down, but I feel like it's better if we have the visual representation of those two things on the table so that one of you can seize it and use it. Cool. You excellent. You've got zip lines to the Port of Wonders, so you will still need to make your way from the Port of Wonders to the desecrated temples if you take that route.
Where does the port relate to the high city?
Okay.
I also
So
not
the high
sure.
city is over here. That's the biggest.
Temple is the opposite.
That's the biggest building, and the desecrated temples are here.
Okay.
The top of the tower is going to be here, so you've got one zip line going there, and they haven't installed. You need to roll, I believe.
So if we took the elevator, we could go to the. If
So-
the elevator
We
drops us
can.
off close.
The
to
elevator just drops us off in the temple district.
No. The elevator takes you up here,
Oh, you
and
could
then
climb.
you have to climb or take a zip line
Or feather fall.
or feather fall.
Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Anybody? Anybody have a feather fall?
Oh, plenty. Yeah.
So if
Fuck.
we.
Well, for somebody other than you.
Yeah, that's
Fuck 'em.
another problem. Well, it's for 3 creatures, right?
Yeah, I think so.
When it's a racial
fly.
feature, I believe it's just
I can
for you.
also cast it with the spell slot.
Ah, yes.
So if we take the zip line, we can cut through the wild forest, hit the high city, wild feast, and then on our way back hit the.
No. Okay, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
So we came in by the Macy's and.
Falling creatures within range.
Okay, so just remind me where are we? If we don't take the zip line, where would we come out?
So you would come out. If you climb down, you would come out either in the desecrated temples or the Port of Wonders, depending on
Cliff side.
depending
Okay, so
on
we're
the
here.
yes, depending on the geography of the cliffs that day, because those
Okay.
change every day.
Melora is not feeling like making it all the way to the high city.
We don't have to do that
That's
today.
going to be a better bet when we have a griffin recharged
Yeah.
and ready for us.
So
Sounds good to me.
let's wait for that, so we don't have to go through all the rest.
Plus scouting, I can always return to the High Inquisitor, tell them what I've scouted, give them a progress update.
I would say let's hit the 5-horned Minotaur cache in the Desecrated Temples.
Sounds great to me.
Okay, cool. Do you zip line to the Port of Wonders?
I think we can feather fall straight into Desecrated Temples.
I think that makes sense.
That's the move, I think.
Fine.
Okay.
I call him a flip.
Simon.
No. Like I'm actually very happy that you've got a way to bypass these because I want to get to the scenes in the temples today. So
Great.
this is me being like, oh, they're too smart.
Already died in the Port of Wonders, so I'm kind of like.
So how does this work? You tap us and we get Featherfall?
I think we have to be falling.
I think Melora says, "Follow me, jump."
Ren does a flip.
I give it
Acrobatics.
just a half a second too long and see who screams.
Roll intimidation against his insight.
17.
17. Okay, you have disadvantage because of the armor for like stealth checks. I'm gonna give you disadvantage for this one as well.
Are we rolling anything for
Insight versus his.
11 for mine.
That's going to be a 6.
6. Cool. You don't hurt yourself, but you keep flipping. You don't stop flipping even when the feather fall activates.
He would love that. He would love it. He'd be like, yeah.
Okay. You also throw up.
Right on cue, Cornelius shrieks as I give the
Okay.
as I give the feather fall.
Yeah, I was getting ready to do my flying thing, and then I'm like, oh, no, okay, it's fine.
I do roll a 10, so I also end up screaming, but like just sort of like it takes a second, like it's close, and I just oh.
Yeah.
Rin hits the one knee landing, and he's like, "All right, fuck, I fucked up my knee."
No, like you take no damage thanks to the feather fall. It's just it looks a little bit less cool when you're doing the 3-point long landing slowly, slowly, and arriving in a pool of yes,
Yeah, I've
absolutely.
had the vomit that
Cool.
get feather fall.
Everybody make a con save as you find yourselves at the bottom of the cliffs in the remains of the Crusader Bastion.
It's a dirty 20.
Cool.
Con save, you said?
Yes, the two of you are going to succeed.
14.
Cool. You already threw up, so you're the only one. So you're already immune to this. But basically, around you, there's the remains of burnt tents, piles of Crusader bodies, carrions devouring the flesh of the fallen. The bodies of many monsters with tongues on them, sign that the battle took place yesterday. And a lot of the creatures here, a lot of the monsters that are in this neighborhood are celestials and fiends. Um, uh, bu- bu- bu. you um, you see like the if the desecrated temples already looked uh, stained with like desecrated before, now the blood of the crusade is adding a layer of sacrifice. You find this place is mostly um, you find that apart from scavengers and carrion, the place where you have landed is devoid of life or threats.
I'm gonna use my mage hand to look for loot amongst the.
Just start pushing bodies.
I'm not doing it with my own hands.
I'm
I
gonna
can
pop a
use
divine
Oh,
sense.
Okay, so you're gonna roll sleight of mage hand, and you're gonna roll another con save. If you use your own. Difficulty is
12.
15 to
I don't
get
know
a
why I
magic
rolled
item.
12.
I don't know why I rolled 2 dice, but the lower of them was a 15, so it's a 14 total.
Okay.
I pop a divine sense.
There's you detect that a decent amount of the carrions that are present around you actually aren't beasts. They are fiends and celestials. A lot of the crows that are pecking uh, uh, at the dead bodies also are pecking at the bodies while keeping their heads tilted, so one of their eyes is looking at your group.
These things are watching us. They're not normal birds. The bird bird.
Also, I don't know. I'm just gonna check to see if any of them are actually undead right now. It's eyes to the grave. Eyes.
Yeah, you do not detect any undead nearby.
Also, do the crows look like normal crows?
Make a nature check.
Is the ground we're on desecrated?
How? Oh,
Divine
yeah.
sense.
With divine sense, you'd know. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, with a death.
10 on nature.
They look normal.
What does a desecrated ground mean with 10 religion?
Not sure. Sorry.
Well, it's desecrated.
It's possible it has a mechanical effect on like some celestial or some fiendish creatures. I don't know.
These things are watching us. So
As
you
in,
want
like,
to do something
didn't
about
roll
them?
high enough, or you don't know?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Also, they're hiding one of their eyes from us.
Oh,
no, it's not. It's not that. It's
Oh, it's
that
just
they're
one
keeping
eye- one
an.
eye's
They're
on
they're,
us,
they're
yeah.
keeping an. A lot of the are keeping an eye on it.
Undead on desecrated ground have advantage on all saving throws.
There's none here.
Wait,
I can see.
Undead had advantage on saving throws in desecrated ground.
Oh,
Good thing there's no one
good
dead.
thing there's none here.
There's none here.
good to know.
And also, you can use holy water to purify 10-foot square.
I need everybody to make a.
Oh, wait, remember the investigation check for me. So I rolled a 12 on the con save, which I'm gonna assume fails.
I think I said the difficulty was 14 for a magical item.
You said
So-
15.
15. Cool.
Oh,
So
I thought that you said a con save because I was using my hands.
yes, the difficulty was the same, even though it was a different save. Like sleight of hand for him to use like the mage hand to look through things. A con save for you because it's
Oh, it's like gross.
like yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like I don't know, like these bodies are cursed or something.
I could have.
Melora is ritually casting Find Familiar currently. I'm trying to get a familiar that looks like one of those carrion birds.
Nice.
Oh.
You doing so, you realize like those are familiars. Like those are the familiars of many spellcasters keeping an eye on you.
I pop my armor up. Yeah, it's just the armor up.
Sounds good. Could you get me an anti-headache med, please?
I have some ID if you want some.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sweet.
I'm gonna go ahead and. I mean, like, I should cast aid, right?
What animal? So, raven. It's gonna have the stat block of a raven. Fiend or celestial.
Fiend.
Okay. And then name and core personality trait.
Named Iker.
Okay. Oh, I got an idea for a personality trait. Cool. So Iker is like master perfect. I'm here to serve.
With evil.
Would, how would you like to sell your soul?
Not today. Maybe ask me tomorrow. In the meantime, I want you to blend in. So, go have a bite of whatever, crusaders over there.
Material food. Yes.
What's the lighting situation?
Thank you. There's a decent amount of fog still, but the fog seems to be tainted red for some reason in this area.
So, do I see anything within 300 feet? Like, how's dark vision working with the fog?
It does not.
What about my devil eyes?
That's not. It's not magical darkness.
It's just obscure.
So my fog cloud always stays good.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Twilight Sanctuary
Okay.
while we're just hanging out.
Cool.
What's that do?
I was thinking about it, but I'm gonna do Twilight Sanctuary.
Everybody gets temporary HP, which renew at the end of your turn.
I present my holy symbol, and a sphere of twilight emanates from you.
What does your holy symbol look
It's
like?
an emerald necklace. I like keep it around my hand.
Cool. You.
2d6.
I don't know if we've
Okay.
established this, but Cornelius told you that this was a legitimate object once owned by Cornelius.
Okay. You like told me that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That was a gift from your ex.
So it is, but it's fine.
It's like, yeah, she got me the sweater, but like it's a thick sweater. Do I
Like,
really have to get rid of it? Like,
Omen had this necklace. Is like the backstory for it.
Oh, you found. Wait.
No, it's like they all have it.
Okay.
No. Sorry, you wouldn't. It has to be something Cornelius specific, and Cornelius doesn't exist in Lithonia, so there would have been no reason for and copies of those spellcasting focuses specifically cannot be made. So there's only one.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm having to veto this for the because of the rules of how incarnations work.
I use both then. Both X's necklaces.
Yes.
I hold them.
Sounds good.
10 temporary HP.
Excellent.
Cool. As your characters move through the fog, you are going to come across a s- the a large building. You're in an alley full of like buildings to either side, and you are going to see um, like the pillars are carved to be to look like um, uh, pregnant femme figures that have been eroded through time, holding cornucopias full of fruit, vegetables, and uh, uh, like one of them is holding a cornucopia that is full of crystals of nourishment. The the faces have been chiseled off or bitten off, but the rest of the bodies are still identifiable as like the figures of associated with fertility.
I think one of the caches near some kind of fertility thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the caches.
I'm assuming these are representations of the nourishment crystals and not real ones.
Inside the pillars of the Roman fertility temple.
Um, make a nature check for me.
Not 20.
They are legitimate crystals of nourishment. So it's a it's a pillar that is holding part of the roof that is holding the cornucopia about 15 feet up in the air.
Should I break these?
How do you like? They're fixed in the stone of the statue by what appears to be like a cement.
Can I jab it with like something my adventure?
Yeah. If you have mason's tools, you can use.
Got Smith's tools.
I mean, smith's tools with a hammer might work.
Hey, can I borrow that?
Cool. You do not have proficiency with it, so I'm just going to ask you for a straight strength check. The difficulty is going to be uh, 10 to get dust, 16 to get like crystals.
I'll stand guard.
2? Okay. You you lift the hammer, smash it down to try uh, to get it, and you see that like the it like the statue collapses onto the like onto the ground, and the whole pillar crashes on top of it, blocking access to the very crystals you were trying to get.
Okay, I'm just gonna like walk away from that like nothing happened. I'm like, all right, so where's this column relative for?
While they're doing that,
Do you give the hammer?
Yeah, I'm just like not looking at anyone, just like cool, moving on.
I'm trying
You
to
got the
look.
crystals.
Like
Blood
the
crystals.
floor, like for any kind of like look of like evidence that someone has been in the area remotely recently. I'm trying to find if Caleb has already passed through.
Yeah. Survival.
Investigation?
Does it smell like muscles in here?
3. Okay. You are surprised by the by a voice that comes from like the inside of the temple, seeming like y'all are pretty attentive, but seemingly out of nowhere, you see the figure of a hooded humanoid that with like four slivering uh, um tentacles uh, arrive out of the temple, lifts the hood and says, "Ah, the timing is excellent. You're right on time for the offering." And you see a mind flayer uh, um, that has extra, uh, like an extra four tentacles coming out of her head right there.
This is from the Temple of Fertility.
Yes. Please, please, follow me. The feast is ready. And she turns around and starts to head into the temple proper, beneath which there's still like a large chunk of the roof.
After you, big boy paladin.
All right, I'll lead the charge.
Cool.
Sorry, we're actually following this thing?
Are we following it?
We gotta get to the cache inside.
Okay. You
And it's better to be invited.
Worst case scenario, we type in anyways.
Exactly.
You are going to arrive here, and you see the mind flayer. The mind flayer is wearing a black and white uh, uh, uniform beneath the robes, with a little bow tie that is like not something of any fashion that your characters are familiar with. And you see that he walks up to a pile of treasure at the back of the room behind a throne.
Is this the same mind player?
This is not the mind flayer you've seen before.
I meant the one we just spoke to because you, she, and then he is this.
Yes, this is the same mind flayer. She uses she, her pronouns. My bad. She turns turns around to you grandly. She steps onto the. She's not sitting on the throne. She is standing on top of the throne and says, "Welcome, welcome."
I pop another divine sense. Do I sense any? Oh wait.
Does divine sense give you a ping on aberrations?
That's what I'm checking. I just let me check that. I have it right here. Celebrity or undead? Yeah, there we go.
Cool. You do not perceive anything coming off of her. She says, "All of this gold, all of this, all of those riches can be yours. Um, uh, we even took out some of the paintings that have been rolled up and stored inside of the pillars of this very temple for this occasion. Please, all you need to do is defeat myself and my brood."
Okay, interesting.
I would be
proposition.
honored.
Yeah.
Very well. We shall begin. Come out, come out. And you're going to see.
Could you all? I'd love to get like just a mental picture of everything we're up against. Would you all like clump up at the front there?
They're actually going to clump up towards the front. You see, another mind flayer walks in, and y'all are going to see four squidlings. Okay. So the two mind flayers are going to be up towards the front. The squidlings are going to be in the back, and there is an intellect devourer in between the two mind flayers.
I love to see it.
So
I got him, bestie.
squidlings, if one of you could look it up and show an image to the other players, squidlings are what happens when a Mind Flayer tadpole is inserted into a body that is not tall enough for a proper ceremorphosis. Baldur's Gate 3 actually,
No.
like,
Oh my god.
yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 actually goes against the lore because gnomes and halflings are not supposed to become full-grown mind flayers. They're supposed to become squidlings if infected.
Can I perception check? Any of these people look like they're... Any of these squidlings look like they're wearing any of Caleb's old equipment?
Look at him, he's so strong. He's so big.
Go ahead and roll.
That's a 19.
Okay, plus your intelligence.
Roll perception.
Oh, plus your perception.
19 total.
Cool. You do not see any of Caleb's equipment. You are going to see that the new Mind Flayer that just showed up is wearing a ring that glows with a little bit of magical energy and that has a pair of lips. Where a diamond might sometimes be. We are all here. Let us commence. Thank you for making this offering possible. You see that, like, she reaches into her robes and she takes out like two glass flasks with with metal lids, and thanks to her tentacles is going to like unhook them. You see red powders inside of them, and she is going to pour spices on top of her flesh, a red layer of chili flakes and sriracha sauce, like salt, and you see that her Mind Flayer skin, like the there's a thin layer of like mucus that dries up and immediately starts to like discolor her skin to white, and you see that she's a feast in agony. We were expecting you yesterday, but but I've overstayed my welcome. The cult of tongues for this. Let us kill each other. And cool. Let everybody roll initiative.
10 for Jack. Can I roll to see what I know about all these aberrations we're looking at?
Sure.
That's totally fine with me. I was going to say, well, given that you were given forewarning that this was happening, would I have been able to, before anything happened, cast a guidance on myself?
Yes. Yes. That's discreet enough, and they wouldn't have interrupted like spells to prepare for this fight.
You said survival?
Initiative.
No.
15.
What do I know about the aberrations?
Religion.
Okay. 11.
Okay. They're aberrations.
Cool. 14. Hey everyone, they're aberrations. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
cool. So
keep it up.
Jack doesn't know what aberration means.
I'm keeping it.
the mind flayers rolled a fucking 5.
Yeah.
The squidlings. Oh my gosh, this is. I rolled a 3 plus the dexterity modifier of -2. So the squidlings rolled a 1, and the intellect devourer has the dexterity of +2. Oh baby, just 1. 10.
I hope everyone's hungry.
10. Okay, now that's
Alright.
the typical Simon initiative. Let's go.
Typical Melora initiative up first at 19.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. That's a lot of deck saves.
So wait, so we're fighting all of them at once.
It's not been specifically clarified, but they are all taking a sort of like fighting
Fighting
stance.
Okay.
Okay. So fireball, I assume, covers all of them.
Yep.
Are you able to cast fireball in such a way that it doesn't burn the paintings in the back,
I would love
and
to do
also
that.
not
Yes.
like what's the
Yeah,
what's
it's
the
a 20-foot radius.
Okay, so
if we
1,
start
2,
here,
3, 4.
Yeah,
Five,
yeah. I
six,
think
seven,
if I
eight.
put it like
So,
right
like, yeah.
here,
So like at
there's
the
4
yeah.
spaces between us. Yeah.
So like you burn the edge of the carpet and all of the aberrations, but not the treasure. Excellent.
Yes. Not great on damage. 4 ones out of all that.
Natural 1 for the mind flayers to dodge.
Love that.
The
Oh my god.
Squiglings also rolled a natural 1. They have 10 HP, so this is, and the intellect devourer has an 11 plus 2, 13.
14 is the save DC.
Fuck. Okay, so they all
Again, I didn't roll great damage.
Yeah.
So 8 plus 12, 20.
Okay. That kills all of the squidlings instantly.
Yeah.
Before they're able to, you hear psychic screams of like of pain and words trying to be formed, but these things are like their telepathy doesn't is like rudimentary, so you only get flashes of their pain and their confusion, their sadness, their whole lives ahead of them before they are wiped off. The intellect devourer has 28 HP, so I have 8 left. Cool.
Melora, like, Blade Song bonus action, like, dances with the rapier, like, front and fucking center. Right up there. Like, it's a weird lack of wizard self-preservation happening at the moment.
Cool. That's your turn. Who's next?
18 is Kyrol.
Okay, I'm gonna target one of the mind players. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits, yes.
Okay, so that's 17 damage.
Which one?
Uh,
So the one who's been introducing everything to you is this one. The one with the magical ring is this one.
let's get this guy. Magic ring guy.
Hmm?
Let's get the magic ring guy.
Sounds good.
And then, yeah, guiding bolt. So,
Okay.
um,
So next
Advantage
attack,
on the
next attack has advantage. How much radiant damage did you do?
17.
17. Okay. That's gonna be. That's gonna be minus. That's gonna be. 34. Okay. Cool. Bonus action movement.
I don't think my guy's on the board. Where'd he go?
Oh, shit. Frank, you told me you had.
I thought it did.
Oh, is it one of these?
Oh, that's right. You had a little halfling guy.
Oh wait, is it one of the ones I used? Hold on. Okay. This one?
No. It's yellow?
Yeah, this one.
There we go.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll just.
Okay.
Or
You move 5 feet forward. Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
staying back.
Who's next?
Rin.
I hope you don't need to see. Yeah, Rin is going to pop darkness, which will be a 15-foot radius. So is this one square?
Yeah.
So that'll be 1, 2. It'll be centered here. So everything within 15 feet of it is
Cool.
covered in magical darkness.
Cool. Can you grab some tiles
Yes.
from over there? And if it's a 15-foot radius, that's gonna be 4 of those, I think.
We can just use this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So do you? Is Melora also in the dark?
Oh yes.
Okay, cool. So in this case, blah, blah, blah.
I always forget how big 15-foot radius is.
Yeah. Like they do not do it justice in Baldur's Gate 3.
No, definitely not. And then I will. I'm going to charge in, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about as far as I can get. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to pop. I'm gonna go ahead and curse this one with my Hexblade curse,
Okay.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
Cool. No saving throw.
Nope.
I'm
One
just
per
next.
rest.
Cool. Who's next?
It's corny. Okay. I want to do Moonbeam.
Sounds
on
good.
Them.
Cool. Here's the. So you're only going to be able to hit 2 of them.
Pick your
Okay.
least favorite.
Which one's at lower health?
This one's
Wait a
been hit
minute.
twice.
I'll do that one. Well, yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna moonbeam her and the intellect devourer.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I got.
So saving throws, con saves. Come on.
We can dry erase on this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 plus 1. Does a 4 save for the mind flayer? 4 plus.
Unless it's a plus 10.
Plus 1 for the intellect devourer.
It's a no for me, dog.
Okay, how much damage do we take?
6 radiant. Or, sorry, 12 radiant.
That kills the intellect devourer.
Nice.
And 6 radiant. That brings me to 28
It's
HP.
12 radiant.
12?
Yeah.
Cool.
I
So,
misspoke. It's 12 radiant.
hold on. Above 34, and you said 12. That is going to be
22.
22. Cool. Excellent. Does darkness no, it's daylight that cancels out magical darkness. So you're both able to do radiant damage. So it's like you're calling down radiation from the sky.
Yes.
Excellent. Who's next? Me? No, still not. Okay.
Excellent.
I have your motherfuckers or mind flayers. Sorry.
I also have them as MF all here. So we like.
So 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, we'll say 5, 6. So I'm still within range. I'm not in the darkness myself.
Okay.
Does that? I have
They
disadvantage
would
to
be
attack them?
heavily obscured to you. Still.
Yeah.
So it still cancels out.
Yeah, it cancels out because attacks
Okay,
against
right.
them have advantage, but your attack against them has.
Okay, so I guess I might as
disadvantage.
well be in the darkness. All things told. Okay. So I rolled a nat 20 on my damage.
No.
So
On
this,
your attack.
okay. So that one is gonna take a total of, let's see, 19 plus 17 is a lot. 36 plus 8 for my bonus action pole arm master is 44. Is it still alive?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna use action surge and do another 23 points of damage. I'm assuming a 17 hits its AC.
17 hits. You kill this one, and you see that you see that describe how you inflict the finishing blow on this butler dressed mind flayer.
Describe what it feels like since you can't see.
So I think the first hit is the critical hit. So I shot in the dark, literally stabbed forward and feel it land in its chest. I then use the side of the blade to try to land a couple of more hits. swing back the butt of the polearm, and finally I cleave its brain on my last strike down.
Nice satisfying squelch.
Yeah, like you don't see what you're hitting, but you are hitting something. There
feel
is a
pieces fall to the side.
and like
I
you
see
do
it.
get splashes of purple mind flare, like blood and brain matter. The last thought, the last telepathic thought uh, um, you get from this thing is a sense of intense satisfaction, and the 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 picture of the two offerings. The fight is an offering, but you also see a piece of paper, and then the vision is gone. Who's next?
Next is the remaining mind flayer.
Oh, hell yes. Okay, cool. All right, I have you in a cone. That's perfect.
My one question is, do you need the seal?
Huh. That's a good question. Mind Blast. Psychic energy in a 60-foot cone. Each creature in the area must succeed a DC 15 intelligence
go.
saving throw. Uh, 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 and we are not using the stun rules as normal. When it's inflicted upon you, it's a level of exhaustion instead, because being stunned in combat is boring. Cool. Intelligence save for
18.
8.
You're so smart.
How?
19 minus 1.
Question.
Cool.
So because I did the guiding bolt on this guy, and no one's made an attack with him yet.
Okay, hold on. Say
Can we
again?
see him through the darkness?
No.
So
I can.
okay, fair enough.
So does it work for Rand?
Yes.
Okay, guiding bolt works for Rand.
So, okay. So you don't take half damage if you've succeeded. You're going to take 22 psychic and 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, I have officially lost more than 100 HP.
Cool. What's important? Okay, so roll a d20 on the 1 that's the end for your character.
17.
Okay, so next time, so the counter resets back to 0, and next time you'll be rolling, and you need to roll a 1 or a 2 for your character to be gone. What important part of Jack is replaced by something other?
I think his eyes.
Okay. So, like the psychic blast that you get has you crying tears of blood, and like you lose your vision as the pressure from your brain pops out your eyeballs, and new ones are going to grow there thanks to the curse of healing. Different color, and you see everything in different shades. The psychic scream is a cry of agony. You feel someone, not yours, but somebody else's terrible loss, terrible tragedy. This is something the Mind Flayer is experiencing right now, and using that psychic energy to hit you. You do not understand why she is feeling that, but you feel it overwhelmingly. And it comes, and she is going to move forward towards Melora, triggering an attack of opportunity from you, if you want.
Which I have advantage on. Does a...
It hits.
Oh, I guess, yes.
17 is...
Nice.
you have 15 armor class.
That's going to be
The mind flayer?
a D10 and a D4, so that's 15 points of damage.
22, so she is still good. You, okay. and then she's going to move diagonally here, and then she's going to move back, triggering an attack of opportunity from Melora and you if you so wish.
Which I have advantage on.
Yes, because you see in the dark. Melora, do you attack of opportunity?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 to hit.
And that'll be 1d8.
Cool. You kill her. Oh shit! I forgot an important thing. The first mind flayer that you kill, the last thought all of you got is my name. Remember it. Remember my offering. My name was Argus. And this one, as she dies, her telepathy is unlocked for a moment, and she is able to communicate words. She reaches out to you, but all of you are able to hear it. It's just you feel that it is directed at you. When you perceive the words, never open the letter. And the darkness dissipates, and you stand victorious above your enemies.
I think one of these mind flayers has a letter on it.
I think these used to be people.
Well, that does tend. Well, I don't know that. They're monsters.
I don't know. There's something humanoid about them.
Yeah, like a butler outfit on. It seems pretty humanoid thing to have on.
It's true.
They also covered themselves in spices as an offering, so that doesn't seem particularly.
Oh, you're right. I wonder if we can get some of those spices off their body.
What?
Only Argos had the spices, and the mucus is mixing in with the spices and the blood.
Did she
Like,
have a spices jar?
yes, but they're empty.
Do I think spiced mind flayer would be yummy for barbacoa?
I think I would do something
Surviving.
weird to her.
Then two bottles of
It's
spices.
a shame the druids already
Hmm?
disbanded.
That's 13.
13. Thoroughly cooked. You think the chances are good, but if you don't thoroughly cook it, who knows what sort of parasites they have.
We learned that lesson.
Okay.
Did I search for loot with my
Yes.
existing hands?
Frey, when did you put the? Oh, yes. There it is.
I would like to use the portent nat 20 for loot.
I am not asking for a roll at this time.
Okay. Like for an investigation.
You find the magical ring that she was wearing.
Oh, it's the ring. Okay. I thought it was the letter, and I was like, ah!
No, you do not find.
Yeah, between the two bodies, are there like letters?
You do not find any letters.
Argus or Argos?
Argos.
Like the horse from Xena.
Or the boat.
I missed that.
Okay, so plus. Okay, so 900 times 2 is 1,800. So that is 7,600. No. That's the intellect devourer. There's only one of those. Okay. So 580. 5,800.
How many tickles do you think it would have taken to get them to laugh?
Is this like a riddle?
8.
I think it would probably be 10 tickles.
Good one, Laura.
6,200. 6,000.
But wait.
650.
How do you know where it's ticklish? How? Well, I think we have to give it testicles.
2 in a row.
That was not good.
It
Everybody gets 1,330 experience points.
Except Malora
Minus
for that
one.
one.
Minus one for that one.
Sorry, how much?
1,330.
Getting close. I toss the ring to Malora and say, "What it do?"
Melora is holding out to use that port on a investigation roll for the loot.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna put it in my pocket then.
Cool. Yes, I will be casting Identify on the whole stuff.
Okay.
Interesting.
One thing I hadn't added is that the memory loss is incurred by the kisser. So and that
The kisser gets their memory.
The kissy. The person wearing the ring.
Yeah, they're
gets the memories. You find a pile of treasure behind those mind flayers. You believe, even if it's only a fifth of a share, or actually, even if it's only a fifth of a share, this is enough for you to retire. There is, let's see.
So we're agreed this all loot is, part of my mission, and then I'll divvy it up to y'all.
No.
There is 6,000 gold pieces. Sorry, there is 1,000 gold pieces plus 5,000 gold pieces worth of paintings. Give or take, a lot of them are rolled up. Some of the but as you extract them and open them up, those are elaborate oil paintings in styles that have not been seen since the Cataclysm. These are extravagant, what are they called? Landscapes, very detailed.
Mine's got one of this guy screaming.
Very detailed, paintings of giants devouring the bodies of humanoids.
It's a bunch of melted clocks.
What does it mean?
It's just a bunch of people at a park.
Roll history, and you do find the last piece of the canvas, of the larger canvas, which basically has the lower half of the royal family, including a baby in the arms of the queen regent, and 5 other kids present, and a the name of the artist is signed along with the title and the date at the very bottom in golden ink, dating this painting back to 2 years before the Cataclysm. And this is the royal gnomish family of Chrysalis, and there is an air of resemblance.
16 history.
16 history. There is a famous piece, a portrait of a divinity that you know to be from Livonia. Not just this divinity is absent in this world, but the painting is well known to be one of the most famous paintings held by the royal court at in the country of Livonia from which you left. You know that its cultural value is inestimable back home, and here it is also an artifact from another world, another culture, with a different like artistic history coloring the canvas. So, who takes the gold? Like, who's writing all of those things in their inventory?
I'm taking the painting from my world.
Okay, cool.
I got the canvas pieces.
I'll take the painting.
I'll take gold.
Okay,
Gold hard
I'll
so-
finish the rest of the thing.
I am not an
Cool.
art estimator.
So you have, I think I said, okay. So you're each going to have 1,000 gold pieces worth of individual paintings, which means you have the leftover 3,000. Okay. You have the clue, which means you have the full
Yes.
3 pieces
All
of the
three
of the
canvas pieces
of the royal painting, and you got the liquid assets. It's enough to finish paying the rest of your debts and settle down.
It's only 1,000 gold.
Huh?
It's only 1,000 gold.
Yeah. I stand by what I said.
If I wanted 1,000 gold, I would have just joined the crusade.
Okay, yeah, you're right. There's, it is not enough for you to retire, but more caches like these, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah. So this looks untouched, especially the mind flayers. I'm not seeing evidence of them having fought Caleb ahead of time, so I'm thinking he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in one of these pillars.
Yeah, is it obvious, like, which of the pillars was, like, hollow and this came from?
It appears so. Like you're able to see every single one of the pillars had a hole drilled through it, and some of them have the pillar like taken apart above where this hole was, and they've been hollowed out. So clearly, somebody did the work of digging all of those stuff out
There we go.
before you got here.
Yeah, this looks like the full cache then.
Oh, okay.
I do poke my blade around inside, just in case someone's hiding in there.
Ah!
Cool.
You never know.
You do not find.
I do love that my
Actually-
psychic
actually-
perforator got wet on mind flayers in its very first fight. That's
Actually, make an attack roll.
Does it have a 2d?
Can I grab the bottles that the spices were in?
Sure.
2 bottles?
it's going to be 21.
2 shakers to be specific.
2 shakers.
And
21.
21. You stab through one of them in your hand. Ah! Roll damage.
It's just old man.
Would somebody be kind enough to get me some water? Thank you.
For 9.
Okay. Ah! No! Don't kill me! Please! And you see 2 hairy hands that look more, mostly like paws, as a kobold peeks his head out. You see that the kobold has like fangs, like fangs aplenty that are like monstrously big, making it hard for him to speak. And kobolds we've established they're more dog-like in this setting. This one scrambles out and says, "Please, no, I'm here with an offering."
Are you part of the fertility god?
No. This was their own whole deal.
Why are you in there?
I was waiting for my chance to give an offering. My cult left me behind to take care of this.
Well, you can give us the offer.
Make your offering.
Follow me.
What's this called?
He's at the smiling.
Oh, I work for I'm part of the cult of the thief, but would you like to know about the kobold's secret name for our godex?
Sure.
If you whisper it.
We call them K9.
We'll kill you.
um, Ben, I don't know if you remember the first time that Lou went into the dungeon, you were facing kobolds.
Oh, yes.
And there was a procession deeper in the dungeon where a ritual was happening, where the kobolds were chanting a name, and I tried to lure you in with this, that it was K9, it was the Cult of Keith. I've been waiting for this moment. It would have been really good for Lou to know that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Follow me. It's over here. Okay. You see that he says, I should go ahead and make sure there's to shoo away any enemies, just so we have safe passage. And like without waiting for permission, he starts to like dash, does not disengage away from from you, and is just and like goes ahead in the fog. He only has 25 feet.
What's that called?
It's your call.
Why?
I'll send Iker with him.
Cool. You see a group of high level fiends that are sort of like patrolling around with spikes on their armors and like impaled crusader heads for the smaller fiends and impaled crusader bodies for the bigger fiends. Like patrolling around, and the little kobold like runs up to them and is like, shoot, the offering, and you see then the larger beasts like look down and like consider it, and one of them is like reaching, salivating when another smaller demon stops the fiend and says, out of the way, and they uh, leave to the west.
Did we find the letter on the mind flayers? Did we just
Before we continue and leave,
Did we check for it, or did we just not find it?
You check for it.
Kobold appears to have been clearing the way for us. I mean, I don't want to fight those fiends, and we're not gonna fight them if we go this way. So let's go this way.
Over here.
What's your name?
Clef. Sorry, I didn't write. I wrote something different, but I'm.
Very nice, Clef.
My name is Clef.
That's a good Clef.
I'm a cleric of teeth. Hmm?
You dig out teeth.
So what's your problem about? What's the deal?
I bring an offering.
You know what do without the teeth?
You'll see.
Oh, can I get hints?
One of your wishes is going to come true. Well, as a payment for the offering.
Which temple are we going to?
We're going to the maze. The Iron Maze.
How far are we away from the fiends?
You are currently crossing with the fiends where, but unless if the familiar was sent to like track them, then you don't know how far they are from
Put a
you.
tooth in here. I give him the shaker that I got from the mind flayers.
One of mine, or one of.
One of your.
I thought
put one of those in here.
First one silver.
There we go. Put it in the bag.
Oh, you're just giving it
Oh,
to
actually,
me?
here you go. I meant to give this to you.
I know what to do.
I only have
But
so
magic item
so
or
many.
something. Oh,
You want
I don't
one?
have a bow. I don't have a bow. You
Sure.
bow? Bow?
I have a
Okay.
Crossbow. There we go. What do you think?
You um are you with the Count of Teeth?
No.
Ah, well then no.
Oh, okay.
Are you with the Count of Teeth?
I have it.
Hmm?
I might be.
So
And
so there's no one running around. What's the layout? What's the
What is the offer?
you're so like based on the map, you're able to see that like there is the central alley that leads to like one of the bigger temples. You are along that alley when Glyph takes you. Yeah, Glyph takes you to the east, back towards the Port of Wonders. Um, in short order, you arrive in front of this like uh, uh, massive um, like metal statue. Uh, Old paint has long flaked off of it, but there's still some hints that this was once something decorated with a film of gold. You see a uh, um, you see a large humanoid like crushing a city under its hooves. It is a minotaur, uh, but it is not any minotaur that you've seen before because this one has many horns. Its face, just like the uh, statues of fertility, has been chiseled off or gnawed off, and so has any inscription on the base of it, but the shape remains. Behind it is a tall 30-foot wall cube of black metal, um, with like nasty looking spikes on the on what appears to be the top layers. It has a narrow 5 foot uh, um, like entrance into the wall that is just like an absence of the wall, and it leads directly into a very narrow corridor that like splits, that like turns sharply to the left. Glyph takes you there, and you see there is there is a wooden sign that has been glued somehow there with like carved on it. Um, it appears to be two triangles with a path coming from beneath and splitting in either direction. So I'm gonna draw it for y'all. No, hold on. This is the symbol in question.
That's a which one.
It's kind of like lungs. Upside down lungs.
Looks like upside down lungs to me.
And Glyph says, yes,
Matching energy.
yes. All right. The, give me just 1
I
second.
mean, we're really just looking for the basement down here.
Yeah, this is there's only one safe entrance. Well, safe.
Safe relative.
Well, let's go.
I like your energy.
You see that like Glyph arrives like in front of the smooth black wall and is going to like grab a stick and is going to like poke. You're able to see there is a very small hole in the otherwise smooth surface, and you hear a voice coming from the other side saying, "Who's this?" And Glyph says, "It's Glyph! It's time for the offering! Deactivate the traps!" And you hear clink. You're able to, and you see Glyph runs like to the left into the corridor of like massive metal walls that like enter into the structure. Yes. Every single tile on the floor is a 5x5 clearly like square like pressure plates.
I will be levitating.
Okay, you see that like Glyph kind of just like runs over them, arrives at the end of the corridor where you see there's another like split to the left. Oh, this you're able to see that like this looks like a maze because there is no roof, right? But Glyph says, "Oh, reaches to a lever in the wall and says, "It's automated, but there's also a lever to activate it. If flying things come in and disturb you, you see that Glyph pulls the lever and there's like spears that come out from the walls and that kind of like shoot in between, like to form a roof more or less. It's not gonna stop any water, but if something tries to fly in, they will be impaled on those. And then Glyph pulls it back up and they retract.
I'm also levitating.
Okay. How?
I'm gonna take my glaive and like take the butt of it and like put full body weight down on each plate, or at least about that much proportionally, before I take a step onto anything.
Yeah.
So,
There's clearly like holes in the walls all along, like
right, which
each
is why
side of
I'm
its plates.
pushing the plates before I step on.
They do not trigger no matter how much weight you put on them. You take a couple of turns. You see that there's like different directions, but the Glyph says, "Oh, I can write down the series of turns so that you don't go into any of the dangerous sections."
Yes, please.
Yes. I'll have to find something to write on, and I'll have to learn to write. And you see that like
You can dictate. I have a pen ready.
left, right, forward, left, right. Yeah, that should be fine. So like Glyph takes you through this maze until you arrive at a larger section without a like without a roof, and inside there is what appears to be a 3-story mansion. There's a garden nearby with like beautiful shrubbery, like flowers that whose scent mask the smells of the nearby carnage. And right next to the entrance, there is another lever, and Glyph says, "Okay, so it's all automated." When things go in through and they're not the owners of this place, it will automatically kill, spike everything that's inside of the labyrinth. But there's also this lever, and if you pull the lever, then it means you kill everything that's in the labyrinth.
Isn't that fun?
Yes, yes, the deaths are on you. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, this.
What are we doing?
Let's keep going. Why?
This
No.
this whole manor is is the offering. Is the offering. It has a subjugated mind butler that will move things around for you and greet you and do what you ask. And all of you hear this telepathic voice that you felt earlier say, "I am the major domo." Uh, um, and it activates the traps or deactivates them for the owners of the house. And oh, come in.
Who are the owners?
Ah, well, it depends on you. You just need to pay the price, and it can be yours.
I have always wanted to own real estate.
It's not a great neighborhood.
Okay, you see that
Glass
Glyph opens the double front doors, and you see that like right in front of the double front doors, hanging from the ceiling, is a cannon pointed straight at the door, like mounted in the ceiling, like you would a Gatling gun. And Glyph says, This is if you have a one-liner, you can shoot people when they try to break in.
Say hello to my little friend. His name is Glenn.
The cannon?
My little friend.
Oh, friend. That means you not kill Glyph.
I mean, jury's still out, but yeah, I'm leaning towards not.
Yeah. Oh yes, I could stay here. Or not, no. Um, the price is a wish. One of you needs to fulfill the wish of another. There's rooms. There's food in the kitchen over there. The thing in the walls. It will cook for you if you want. There's beds. There's chests. There's secret passages that you can learn where they are. And in case you want to be at ease here and not have your weapons, there's hidden weapons everywhere, so that at a moment's notice, you see that like Glyph goes over to like an expensive looking clock and is going to like push the side of it, and you see a mechanism automatically like opens it and puts a let's see. Yeah, a flintlock pistol inside of Glyph's hand out of like a metal contraption, and Glyph says, "It's great, it's great. I'll show you where they all are if you want."
Let's
Very cool.
Yeah, Glyph puts it back and says, uh, "How does that sound?"
Who built this place?
The cult? Oh,
Why?
it's a new temple. It's a temple to a new goddess.
So we just need to fulfill one of our each other's wishes.
No, just one wish.
So yes.
Can it be any wish?
No,
There it is. What's the wish?
no. Ah, the entrance hall. The entrance hall. And you see that like Glyph, like goes on all fours, so excited. Opens the double doors to like a large entrance hall, and you see like painted in the ceilings is a phrase. It's in common, celestial, and elvish.
Wow.
So
And-
accommodating.
uh, uh, I think I wrote it down somewhere. Shit.
What if we become evil and just become landlords?
Fuck.
Charts of
That's how
Crusade
you
rent.
get
Where did I? I wrote it down. I know I wrote it down.
We got like, Jack, the Crusader, not you. We got like all those aberrations.
Yeah.
We got like kill all like the
Okay.
the
On.
gods, and then we got landlords.
Landlord's gonna be one of the first to go.
Okay. Somebody else is gonna have to write it down for me. What is your last name?
My last name?
Yeah,
Like, who's that one?
no, Deus's last name.
He doesn't have one.
Okay, cool.
It's like share.
It's like share, yeah.
In three languages, are the words I Deus. I don't remember what the verb is. No, renounce my renounce my allegiance to Cornelius and fully embrace the worship of the goddess Amateno as my sole divine patron.
Oh.
Well, that's a specific wish.
Yes, all of this for one sentence. A temple needs of clerics. Clerics.
We're talking about, stabilizing his power.
Which one of you is Deus?
Let's not worry about that right now.
I so want to be like, it's me.
Amatino is here. Wait, let's have an aside.
I'm okay.
One moment.
Yes. As much privacy as you wish, but the house cannot help but listen to everything.
Who came up with this wish?
Why,
What?
he did.
I mean, look,
Says
powers seem to be a little fickle.
Is it a pool?
I'm okay with like chill. He doesn't.
There's a pool of acid.
There's a pool of ass.
They're they don't ask for much. All they ask for is temporary service
We have
to fulfill their wish, really, which is to get rid of the old gods. That's what we're all here for, right?
we have cages. We have oubliettes for prisoners. We have a torture chamber.
Well, anyone in there? Have you caught anybody recently? Any intruders?
Yes.
Short ranger guy?
Yes.
Oh.
Now would converting be so bad?
Can we have him?
You clearly aren't happy with what you're doing as of right now.
It comes with the house.
Okay.
It comes with a person. We can it's about
I would like to look over the fine print.
I can tell you all about
How
it.
much for you?
Let's do stars and wishes.
I'm a great real estate attorney.
Funnily enough, my father's a real estate attorney. Funny you should say that.
Listen,
I should call my dad and be like, what do I do?
listen, we could own a person.
Okay. Did you write down what the things was?
Perfect, thank you.
Cool. Star and the wish.
My star is the glimmering moonbow, even though I didn't get it. It's so like Omen verse themed. I want it so bad.
Yeah.
My wish, oh my god, to read the terms and conditions. I'm so afraid. I didn't want to come in. I didn't want to go this house in the first place.
Yeah, I like how you were the one who wanted to go in the lease, and now it's requiring
Yeah.
you to do something.
I was like trying to ask
That's
the most,
perfect.
and now it's like,
James, what are you doing?
Like, it
I
worked out for the
want
rest
to
of us.
go! I want to
Free
leave!
entry.
Sorry.
You did want to sell your soul for power.
Yeah.
I mean, now that it's out in the open, I will say I didn't think it would happen this fast.
Did this happen in session and I missed it?
Yeah, when we went into the cavern, like you left, I think.
Was it specifically Dave's?
Yeah. That was.
We had a whole conversation
was
in
two
which
sessions
I mentioned the word forced conversion,
or like we can't do a forced
Yeah,
conversion.
and then like Hyrule came out and started talking suddenly a lot more openly about his god to you.
Seems like
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, my wish is to read the terms and conditions.
The terms and conditions is undying loyalty to a specific goddess whose tenants you know nothing about.
So I got like a pamphlet or something.
Except what
Hyrule has been able to tell you.
Right? Tracks.
And you
I mean,
don't have to talk to the
I
centaur
could
anymore.
tell you all about it.
Yeah, I can block my network.
I think my
Kill him.
star has got to be the conflict between the call for power, which you stated you had, and the role play desire to avoid the old god aesthetics. Because it's like I've known players who'd be like, all right, let's do it. You know, like, but you have the same drive of like, we need to be more powerful. This place is dangerous. But you're also like, I don't know about me making any sacrifice to the aesthetics of my cleric powers.
Well,
And I love that.
funnily enough, like I'm like an actually religious person, so I'm wondering if this is like playing into it, where I'm like, I'm not selling my soul for just anything. I'm thinking this through.
And I think my wish is for you to make a poorly informed decision.
Okay,
Maybe flip a coin.
that's not bad.
I would talk about it. Or go back, call Cornelius up and be like, hey, this guy's
You'd be
almost
like,
they're offering me a house, a home. What do you got? Yeah.
Did I? Oh, for the tenants.
Or because I can come up with that.
Yeah, I would love if you could come up with like the. One of the things that I think is important is that whispers often carry the meaning of secrets, and I want one of Amatino's aspects to be knowledge of forbidden lore, which means that like you, one of the tenets is if you're able to, if you're able to be a bearer of forbidden knowledge. And if you're able to like pass it on and whisper it, you you're encouraged to do so. It is considered a holy commandment, but you don't have any forbidden knowledge at this time.
What is that?
You
You
could.
gotta spread the secret.
You
But you
could.
gotta
I
keep
can
it
tell you.
true. So you gotta.
Or we can go into the Astral Castle, which has other forbidden secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Great session.
bye. Till next week.
Bye. See you next week.
I designed this base partially on like different things that players have asked me to get in bases. Like I had a player back in France who was like, I want a Gatling gun mounted right in front of the elevator to my like detective agency with like special anti-magic bullets, and I was like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them a cannon with this. Cool. Who wants to go next? Oh shit. A crow flies in through one of the windows with a letter. You recognize the handwriting.
Oh, it might be from your wife.
It's the same handwriting that signed at the bottom of your marriage.
I mean, you gotta open it, right? She sent us the letter. Man, good carrier system.
Okay, I need you to be in frame, please.
Seems personal.
Does anybody try to sneak a peek? Cool. Make a stealth check. I'm gonna roll for phrase perception at disadvantage. Ooh, natural one. Go ahead and read over his shoulder.
Cool.
Go ahead and read over his shoulder.
10 gold says his wife sent him a dirty painting.
No, I think it's a request for alimony. I don't think it's a happy
Oh,
home. I don't think it's a happy home.
you don't think he's good with his kids?
No. This guy's got some baggage.
He has been away for months. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Jack just breaks down on the ground because Nora, first of all, angry that I took up this job, found someone else. Is leaving me. Second of all, her new lover is named Argos. There were 2 adult mind flayers and 4 squidlings.
And an intellect devourer made from the brain of your dog, your family dog. And that's where I wanted to end. So that's where we're ending today's session. An offering of agony.
Oh, that's so much worse. You're the one that
I don't know if we were fighting a couple of weeks back, and that's when I got the idea for this. Because I was pissed at you, and I was like, how can I make Frey cry at the game table?
Well, I guess at least it turned.
It's so much worse because Jack was the one that stabbed the mind player that wasn't.
Well, actually,
that was Argos.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
Jack-
I killed the
Argos,
new lover.
and he moved in such a way to take attacks of opportunities and to be killed by someone other than him.
Well, we'll never know who it was.
All right, stars and wishes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. So I was going to say, I know it's just sort of ended up being incidental, but I love the fact that I got a weapon called a psychic perforator, and then we immediately fought mind flayers.
Yeah.
And so like I perforated the brain pan of like the psychic enemy.
Yeah.
The fact that it was my family makes it hit a little different, but I think I'm gonna still keep it that way. That's my star. And my wish, I mean, I honestly don't even know how this is going to affect Jack. So I think that's basically my wish, is to see where this brings my character, and I think we can only really work on that at the table.
Yeah. There is one thing. The loot was on your wife. The ring. Cool. I think so. That's my wish, is for your awareness of what the ring does, and my star is. I love that you were going to that you were and possibly still are going to be the only player character to retire out of this campaign, and I couldn't let it be a happy retirement. So like my story is like giving me the opportunity and just like not seeing the clues. There weren't that many, but like the 4 squidlings and like the psychic stuff directed at you, and just like you were
I just figured it was because I was like the first one to land a melee hit.
Yeah.
I
You
killed
were-
somebody.
You were so like into that fight, and I was like, oh man, it's gonna hit him so hard when I give him the ladder. So yeah, that's my start. Like your ability to have like genuine emotions at the table like this is phenomenal. And yeah, my wish is to see whether or not that leads you to immediately using the offer ring.
The answer is no. I'm gonna use the forget me not instead.
Smart.
I
Smart.
was I was thinking, is that something Jack would choose for himself, or are we just gonna do it
Bonk him
anyway?
on the head from behind.
No, if someone says those words, I'm like, hit me.
Yeah.
Someone take this.
Oh, that's lovely. Like Jack.
So I can continue being like, oh, I have a lovely wife and
Yeah.
family, got a whole life
Oh,
at home,
that's so tragic.
and we can
That's-
all feel terrible.
I love that. All right, who's next?
My star. Well, now I have a second star. This whole thing is fantastic for both of you. Great star. My star was the interaction with the Crusaders. It's something that I've been wanting to do. We got to it. Love it. Fantastic. I love having this kind of dilemma of where I'm like, oh, the Crusades kind of making me a good offer right now. I mean, I don't want to join them, but like, you know.
You're already a part of them.
Yeah. So it's like, well, I don't want to. It's very tempting, and I genuinely don't know. Ren doesn't know what he's going to do when he finds the thing, and so that's why I can't lie to the group and be like, I'm going to destroy it or not destroy it. But so Star getting to finally have a mission that makes it to where I can choose to like betray the party and work with the Crusade, which it's a prospect I've been kind of wanting to have. Not saying I'm going to do it, but I don't want to have it.
Yeah. You put out in the world that you want more power, and I was like, well, the unicorn can feel those things, and so it's like you're not the type of instrument that goes for an assassination. You're the type of instrument that gets aimed at a wall with the intent of shattering the mural on it.
Yep, and then it was made even better by the whole interaction with the party, just being like, listen, this is what I want. Like, what are we going to do about that? My wish... I don't really have a wish at the moment. I'm kind of just want to see where this goes. If I had to think of one, my wish is to see more of the Crusade faction kind of just learn more about the Crusade faction, because I feel like we know a lot about the architects, and that is kind of something that I want to learn. Where are they coming from? Where are the High Inquisitor coming from? What's going on with them? And now that I have an in with them, I can actually talk with them and kind of start to so I guess that's a wish.
I think my wish is probably going to be, hey, can you write more stuff about the Crusade for me? Because I've basically given you almost everything I've decided about them. Like, so I'm like, more information. That's a great idea. I don't have any.
Fair enough. I can do that.
I think my star, like, I loved your interaction with the party and with the Crusade, and like I also loved the whole conversation that the whole party had about the desire for power and what y'all were willing to pay for it. Because I was like, oh man, this is exactly the right session to have that conversation. It felt like we were on the same wavelength, and I love that.
Also, I love that I didn't realize how much of the other players also just kind of want power, and so this kind of, I'm like, wow,
I mean, you know, it's D&D, and we're playing with XP rules instead, and I'm putting you against things that are designed to take back progress, right? Like you get hit by something with teeth, you lose one of the magical items you have. Like you, so it's like it's a race to see how much I can take away from y'all while you're trying to gain as much as possible for the win condition of the campaign. So yeah, lovely.
I guess my story is kind of like how everything worked out, like that conversation that we had with like, on power, and then like I got to like kind of talk more finally openly about Amatino. The what is it? The paladin disguise. It was fun for a while, but I'm glad it's fully off now. And it lined up perfectly with the very
Yes.
end of this session, which I thought was like I could not have written it better. It was like foreshadowing, but like
Yeah, no, but like
involved.
you did. We wrote it together.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, think
Yeah.
awesome.
And then I also wanted to give a star for. I thought you had a lot of good improv with like was it poetic lines? Like I thought it sounded really cool. So star for a player. Wish. Sorry. Yeah, I think I don't have any big wishes. I do think I've been a little busy, but I do want to sit like like maybe send a text sometime so we could sort
Yeah.
out like the
Yeah.
tenets and lore with Amatino because I did have ideas that I think I just haven't gotten to like get down on paper yet.
Sounds good. Blah, blah, blah. I will do my best to reach out to you. I'm free every single morning from 9 to 11.
Yeah, I think okay. I'll keep that in mind and then I'll reach out to you.
Sounds good. I think, yeah, like that is going to be my wish as well, because I want us to have things a little bit more defined for you trying to get like your first convert. Um, you're also going to get another reward for if you manage to convert him, because it's also like a quest for the Whisper. So I'm looking forward to that. My star is like I like um like you're offering a Faustian bargain, but instead of being the cool character who's in charge, who's got it all figured out, who's like tricking someone into a terrible deal, you're like a um, not good at lying and bad at religion cleric. So like it's such a like it's a very good like subversion of the Faustian deal, but I believe you're going to succeed.
I feel like things are kind of falling into place.
I think you're gonna. I think you're gonna succeed
Like
too.
I like
Got a little bit of pressure pressures.
even if it's just like the rest of the party being like a hideout. It's a hideout in the middle of the city.
That's what I was thinking.
Also, I'm pretty sure Caleb's down there, so.
Money.
um, uh, so yeah, like I knowing Atlas, I thought, oh, like I have to um I have to present it as a sort of Faustian deal, and I thought that I needed to bring a little bit more into it than just your power stabilize,
Yeah.
but as a group reward, not as a individual.
What is that Boston? I wasn't too into it.
Faust is a it's a German tragedy about a dude who makes a deal with the devil to have uh, knowledge of all things, I think, and it's um, like it's a tragedy because in obtaining that knowledge he loses
The usual presentation, the classical example of Faustian bargain was the um, uh, give me a deal from the devil, give me fantastical riches, right? And you come home to a life insurance payout because your son died.
Yeah.
Right.
The Faust, I believe, trades his soul, but he only realizes the value of a soul from getting the information from the devil and is like, fuck.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very like if you've ever watched Supernatural.
Faust is very much the crossroads demon story. Like it's trading something for something, not realizing what you've done until afterwards.
Yeah,
Like monkey's paw.
like today's session was like full of Faustian deals in the sense of like even like the promise of magical items. I only vaguely described some magical items, but I believe that some of you might have an awareness of what it is I'm putting on the table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Why would I even use that? What's that?
Playing cards? Eh.
I got a deck of cards.
Alright.
I got a deck to show you.
That's my start for you, Simon. Is there were two sort of paths presented today. One of which was like, hey, fuck everyone over for a benefit for yourself. That was one of them for Rin. And then for Deus, the other one was fuck over yourself for the benefit of everyone else, right? And I think the fact that those came together in the same session, that the pairing there, excellent, well done. Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
theming is impeccable.
I'm also really excited about the third cache.
Wish. Melora is sitting here. Her power fantasy is more soft power. It's power over people.
Yeah.
That's her her power fantasy is to get it her way.
Okay.
Um,
So influence on factions more so than like magic items and a base or stuff like this.
I think so. Yeah. So if you want to tempt me,
Make me an offer.
You got it. That I mean, like, I don't think I'm gonna need offers. It's gonna be more a you have to go out of your way to like get.
Yes.
But like it is in the cards because it's literally part of your mission.
Yep.
In the cards.
Um, I love I love how sometimes like I don't know for sure what you have figured out, but if but sometimes you hold off until the dice are ready. Like with the world tree, like you said it an instant before me that it was like a family tree,
Right, yeah.
right? So I know that like you figured it out sometime beforehand, but the fact that you waited until like there was a better role to like say it out loud feels like you're like keeping the dramatic pacing. And as a fellow dungeon master, like I really appreciate that you're waiting for the right moment to make the right revelations. And like part of my my wish is to know um, your true thoughts on uh, um, Balthazar as a player.
Yeah.
Because I know well I know what your character said, but I don't. But I'm curious to know what Ben actually thinks.
Yeah.
Cool. Great session, y'all. Great session.
Man, Chiron has been the